that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I got that lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. If you're excited to be here again today, please give me a fire in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we had a fantastic ride, and again, today we are here. Today, I won the battle against my village people, and I'm showing up stronger than yesterday, right? If you're excited to be live here today, please put some fire in the comment section. Put some fire emoji in the comment section. Today promises to be fantastic. We have the almighty Mr. Chimakwa Wakanma. We have Mr. Caesar Namani and also Mr. Tade Cash is going to be live here today. So don't go anywhere. Don't miss any of the section. The first speaker is live with us already. I can see him and he can see me, right? So you don't want to miss the section. If you have your friends, your family, your enemies, your villagers that you want their life to change, you should share this link to them right now. Share this link to them right now. Share it on your WhatsApp platform, on your Facebook, on across your social media platform. Make sure that you have your friends logged in. This is the best place to be at this point in time. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the day 2 of the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. And we are just doing this conference to help you in the year 2025 build wealth using systems, not sweats. Like I said in my marketing video, I said I've seen a lot of strong people that are struggling, using their strength, but their personal economy does not correlate with their bank account. So in the year 2025, we want to create wealth using systems, not sweat. So if you know you are ready to create wealth using systems, not sweat, please give me in the comment section, give me profitable 2025. Give me profitable 2025. Before we begin, I would like to thank our speakers from yesterday. Yesterday was a great section. We had Mr. Eminike Emmanuel. It was mind blowing. Mr. Eminike discussed about building your personal brand, also investing in yourself. Discussed about investing in personal development. He also shared some of his investment strategies, how he's creating wealth and how he's going to create wealth in year 2025. He also shared that with us, guys. So if you missed that section, go on YouTube and go and watch it. Yesterday we also had the phenomenal coach Kemi Oyeshola. The room was on fire. Coach Kemi did a fantastic job. She actually broke some tables. A lot of people came to my DM and they were like, oh my god, this woman. Somebody actually said this one was just taking her hand into my eyes and just removing some things out of it, right? So Coach Kemi Rishola, Mr. Eminike Emmanuel, we want to say thank you for honoring our invitation at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. If you can hear me loud and clear, and if you're ready to go, please give me in the comment section Profitable 2025. Profitable 2025. And also yesterday was my section, though my village people fought me, right? They didn't want you to see my face when I was having my section. And the feedback I also got from my section was fantastic. Yesterday, I discussed about the ultimate wealth building formula when I discussed about P plus S plus A equals to wealth 2025. It was really a fantastic section. And I also shared one of the most important strategy you can use to build wealth using system in the year 2025, which was networking. I actually dissected networking. So yesterday was a great day. And of course, today, somebody just reminded me in the comment section, and today is my birthday. So, ladies and gentlemen, you want to celebrate my birthday with me? Thank you so much, guys. I can see a lot of comments. I even forgot that today was my birthday as I came on this live. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, happy birthday to me. If you want to celebrate my birthday, please share this link to your family, friends, your enemies, your village people, your kinsmen. Everybody should be at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. So, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to give a big shout out to one of our sponsors, LandPay. Yesterday, we discussed about LandPay. I remember one of our speakers said one of the ways you can create wealth in the year 2025 is to invest into real estate, and LandPay is giving you an opportunity to invest into real estate using the fractional real estate investment strategy. With as low as 5K, you can become part of something great. I said yesterday that it is better to have a stake in something big than have nothing have 100% in nothing, right? So ladies and gentlemen, you want to go to your Google Play Store, your iOS store, to go and download LandPay and start investing. We have today also, we have another sponsor. As the program progresses, we are going to let you in on what they are going to be offering today. So remember that this event is proudly brought to you by Smartway Africa in partnership with LandPay. Let me play a video from LandPay.
Hello and welcome to LandPay, where we transform your financial dreams into reality.
At LandPay, we provide tailored assistance to help you make informed choices that align with your goals and ambitions.
LandPay presents a range of options, including co-ownership, collaborative building, saving for rent and property, and flexible savings.
At LandPay, the safety and security of your wealth is important to us.
Invest with confidence when you choose LandPay for a secure and rewarding investment experience.
To begin your financial journey, download the LandPay app today on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
Also visit our website at landpay.ng. We will be waiting to hear from you.
Awesome, guys. So visit landpay.ng. A lot of people actually sent me a message, screenshot of proof that they downloaded the app yesterday and they want to start making investments. So ladies and gentlemen, you want to do that. So without further ado, we are moving to the first section of today. If you are ready, please give me Profitable 2025 in the comment section, and I'm going to bring to you the first speaker of the grand finale of the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. After today, I'm going to see you at the Profitable 2026 virtual conference. But before I bring in the next speaker, I also want to say a big thank you to everybody that has been celebrating my birthday. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I also want to give a big shout out to all the amazing people that have been putting they're in charge of this conference. Actually, they are putting their resources, their expertise to make sure that this conference holds today. Goke, thank you so much to Bridget Amana and to all of my friends that have been promoting this event. I want to say a big thank you. David Obina, I can't start mentioning names. There are a whole lot. Timmy Lane, thank you so much, guys. You guys did a fantastic job. You made it easier. And to my good friend that designed the website for this conference, thank you, Sulathu. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. So I want to say a big shout out and thank you to everyone, those that celebrated my birthday, and the team of people that have been putting this conference together, from the designs. Thank you so much. And also, I can't say this one enough, to all our speakers, the ones that have already spoken and the ones that we still speak. Thank you so much. So ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the first speaker of today? There's a whole lot of happy birthdays. Thank you so much. So if you're ready, let me see Profitable 2025. Awesome. I think we are ready. Ready.
Mr. Nwakama Akovweze started his real estate journey in 2017, immediately after his National Youth Service in Kaduna State. His commitment in the real estate space lies in providing secure, sustainable, and profitable real estate investment opportunities, making cash flow properties accessible and available. With over 7 years of property sales and development experience, Mr. Akovweze is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Velox Real Estate and Investment Limited, co-founder and CEO of LandPay.ng, a PropTech startup. Mr. Akovweze holds a first degree in biomedical technology and excelled as the best graduating student in laboratory management from the University of Port Harcourt. He is an associate member of the Nigerian Institute of Science and Laboratory Technologists. He currently serves as the chairman of Public-Private Partnerships, Projects and Technical Committee for Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, Rivers State Chapter. He is currently an MSc student studying real estate and finance at Henley Business School, University of Reading. Akovweze is a loving husband to a beautiful wife, a father to an amazing daughter, a brother, and a friend. Ladies and gentlemen, if you ever want to make money leveraging cash flow real estate, he is the man you should follow.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only Mr. Chimakpa. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Hello, Josh. I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm great, sir. Nice to
Happy
see
birthday,
you, sir.
man. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you for honoring our invitation to speak at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. We don't take it for granted. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. I'm doing great.
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, we have the almighty Mr. Chimakpa right here at the Profitable 2025. Mr. Chimakpa is going to be speaking, or is going to be teaching us how to build wealth in year 2025 using systems, not sweats. Thank you so much, sir. You have the floor, sir.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Okay. Good morning from Canada and good evening if you're in Nigeria. All
Yes,
right.
sir. Good
So
evening from Nigeria.
all right. So first of all, Josh, you're doing an amazing job. I like what you're doing, bringing young people together, and just giving
So,
them a head start before the new year beckons, right? So it's a fantastic job. I want to say you should keep it up, keep doing
thank
it,
you,
keep
sir.
pushing it, regardless of the challenges that lies ahead. Just keep pushing it. I assure you that very soon this platform will become bigger than you've ever envisaged. Yeah,
Thank
so
you, sir.
ladies and gentlemen, let's dive right into it. So, the topic is building wealth using systems, not sweat. And then I think I like the team Profitable 2025. I like it, it's fantastic. But then, if you want to build wealth using systems, not sweat, you should actually looking at profiting beyond just 2025, right? You should make profit in your lifestyle. So, and in making profit in your lifestyle, you have to also build wealth using systems, because when you build wealth using systems, profit becomes a lifestyle, it becomes an everyday thing, because cash flow is the life breathing machine of every human. Money is like the blood of every human being, because life revolves around money every blessed day. So you need to build, for you to be able to make money without pressure, you need systems. And how do you build systems? So today I'll be taking us through a journey of how to build a system. If you cannot build a system, what do you now do if you don't have what it takes to build a system, because literally not everybody has the capacity to build a system that can generate wealth. Maybe for lack of technical know-how, for lack of intellectual know-how, or maybe possibly for lack of the finance to do it, right? So because building a system that generates wealth is actually a hard work. It's not a walk in the park. So it takes some intellect, it takes some technicality, and then it also takes some commitment, and then it also takes money, because it takes, you need to have money to make money. It's, let's not deceive ourselves about it. You need to have money to actually make money, right? So first of all, in building wealth using systems, you need to have a plan, right? So people have short-term plans when it comes to wealth building. People have long-term plans, right? For some persons, their plans in becoming profitable, it's basically hinged on okay, they just want to survive, they just want to go by, right? They just want the soft life, they just want the easy life. So long as I can eat, so long as maybe I can drive a good car, maybe I can live in one apartment, a good apartment of my own, I am okay. I can take care of my children, I can take care of my wife, I think I'm okay. For me, I see those kind of persons as the short-term players in the wealth game, right? They are short-term players, they don't actually think of long-term, right? So there's a song by Kizana that says, I'll be rich till I die. Those are actually people who are thinking long-term. And even beyond that, there's no need being rich until you die. You have to be rich until your 10th generation. That's a wealthy lifestyle. Even when you are years after you are long gone, your great grandkids, they look at your picture in a portrait and they're like, oh, fantastic. And they're like, our great grandpa was a good man. Our great grandpa was a fantastic man. There is what is called the good man test, right? The good man test. The Bible says that a good father leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? So that is actually what qualifies you as a good man based on biblical standard. You have to leave an inheritance not just for your children, but for your children's children. So in building wealth using systems, in trying to make 2025 more profitable, I want you to be looking at a long-term game, not just a short-term game. Be a long-term player. The likes of the Elon Musk of this world, the Jeff Bezos of this world, the Mark Zuckerbergs of this world, these are actually long-term players. They are not thinking survivor, right? So if you're thinking of building wealth, you have to quit from thinking survival. Leave the survival mood. If you're still in a survival mood, you can't actually build a sustainable wealth, right? You will keep surviving. You just, oh, I want to buy a new car. Oh, I want to buy a new house. You're just surviving. You're just going by, right? That's not the way of the wealthy. The way of the wealthy, they build wealth using systems. They leverage systems to build wealth. So it's not just about I want to survive. I just want to have money to go on vacations. No, that's not the wealthy lifestyle. The wealthy lifestyle is when money no longer becomes a problem, right? When affording the luxuries of life no longer becomes a problem, right? So you're no longer managing, you're just living life. You're living your best life every blessed day. When it gets to that point where it seems as if every day becomes a holiday, right? So now let's get right into it. When it comes to wealth building, number one thing that you need a plan, right? That's why I said your short-term plan, either you're a short-term player or you are a long-term player. So you need a plan. What is your plan? Sit down today, ask yourself, in wealth building, what is my plan? Am I building for a long term, or am I building on the long haul? Am I on this journey for the long haul, right? So you need to ask yourself this question. This is actually what is going to inform the kind of investment decisions you'll be making, right? This is also going to inform the kind of businesses you want to go into, and this will also inform the kind of jobs you would want to take, because are you a long-term player or you are a short-term player? This has to be defined, right? The next thing that you need to define when it comes to building wealth is, what is your wealth philosophy, right? There are some persons that they are just going through life. They don't have a wealth philosophy that guides I would say, their approach to building wealth. You need to have a philosophy that guides your approach to building wealth, right? So for me, my standard is the biblical standard. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So I don't just want to survive. I don't just want to go by, right? I don't just want to be a happy man living my life, taking care of my children, and then when I'm long gone, they'll start suffering. No, I want to leave an inheritance for my children's children. In other words, I want to create leverage for them such that Even in my absence, I'll keep paying them. Even in my absence, I'll keep taking care of them. That's basically my standard. That's basically my philosophy when it comes to wealth building, right? So now, in building wealth using systems, not sweats, there are two things. It's either you are building a system or you are sweating it out, right? So it's either you are building a system when it comes to building wealth, either you're building a system that generates wealth, or you are actually sweating it out. There's no two ways about it. So people, for instance, there are people like, okay, let me just say people like the Elon Musk of this world. They have actually built a system, right? They have built a system for themselves. Now, other persons who work in Tesla, some of them are not sweating it out. They are making money, they are building wealth, but they are sweating it out, right? And then there are other persons in that within that same Tesla, the same SpaceX, and the same Elon Musk has Tesla, he has SpaceX, he has Neuralinks and a lot of Starlinks, Neuralinks, and a lot of other companies, right? So now there are some persons who are saying, yes, I love the system that Elon has built, right? I don't have the financial muscle to build this kind of system when it comes to the kind of wealthy lifestyle that I want to live. But then I can leverage the system that has been built by this guy, right? So that's what smart people do. Smart people who do not have all it takes to build a very robust, wealthy system, what they do is they leverage an already built system. Right now, that's where investment comes in. Investment is basically leverage. You're leveraging systems systems that are already in place. That's what investing is. Investing is leveraging systems that are already in place. Either you're investing in stocks, shares, you're investing in bonds, you're investing in real estate, whatever you're investing in is basically leverage. If you're investing in real estate, for instance, someone has created that system, you're leveraging it, right? So, say you want to buy a property somewhere from a real estate developer, basically you are leveraging the system that that person has built to build your own wealth, right? Because the person has created a system. He has considered the risk, he has considered a lot of other factors, and most of those difficulties, most of those challenges are already on him, right? So you are basically coming to leverage what he has built to create wealth for yourself. That's fantastic. That's what people who do not have so much financial muscle to build their own system from scratch. That's what they do. They leverage. So when it comes to buying stocks, right, buying shares, people who buy shares in Tesla, people who buy shares in Amazon, people who buy shares in Meta, people who buy shares in, say, Nvidia, those are people, they are basically leveraging systems. That's how it works, right? So they don't have the kind of liquidity to build that level of wealth system. So they are basically leveraging the system through owning shares, because when you own a share in Nvidia right now, or you own a share in Tesla, or you own a share in Amazon, right? As the value of Amazon keeps going high in the market, your wealth keeps growing. So the more Jeff Bezos gets richer, the more you get richer. So if you own a share in, say, Starlink, Neuralink, or you own a share in Tesla, right? As Elon Musk gets richer, you're also getting richer. So you're basically leveraging Elon Musk. You're leveraging his expertise, you're leveraging his network, you're leveraging his money, you're leveraging his intellect to build your own wealth, right? So that's why I said it takes a lot to build a wealth system. And then if you don't have all it takes to build that system, all you can do is just to leverage a working system. So it's a plug and play thing. So that's why I tell people all the time that building wealth is not really difficult. But the key thing is, in making your 2025 profitable, the first thing you need to consider is not just, okay, I want to, now that I've told you what it takes, you need to create leverage. So it's not about just, okay, I want to leverage a system, right? It takes something to leverage a system, and then that's money. That's where cash flow comes in. So you need to see that you have consistent cash flow, right? So it's basically, there is a saying in my place that says that it is a child that has eaten properly that can go and question and ask question of who killed his father, right? So you need to eat very well. You need to ensure that there is a cash flow working system for you, that then you can use your cash flow to leverage other systems to build the actual wealth, right? So 2025, all you need to do right now is to see that you are making money first. That's the most important thing. See that you are making money. You're a young person, you want to see how 2025 will be different from what you experienced in 2024. See that you're making money, right? So it's either you're working, it's either you are even if you're working, you can also create other systems that can be giving you cash flow. Say maybe you work in an organization where you earn, say maybe $300,000, $1,000, $2,000, 500,000 naira, 200,000 naira on a monthly basis. All you now need to do is, okay, what other system can I leverage that would not require my finances at the moment, right? So, for instance, now, what we do at Velox, we have a system for salespeople, people who partner with us to sell our properties, right? So, when you partner with Velox to sell our properties, you are basically leveraging a system that we have built to create cash flow for yourself, right? So, what happens is this: you have created that system, you are now earning money. When you sell a property for Velox, Velox pays you as high as 12% commission on sale, right? So you make, let's say you every month you're selling a property of, say, maybe 10 million, 15 million, 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million, as the case may be. And then you're getting up to the tune of 12% of that money. Basically, what you have done for yourself is that you have leveraged the system that Velox has built to generate cash flow for yourself. Now, what you now do with that cash flow as a smart person is now to start leveraging another system to start building wealth with the cash flow that you're getting from what Velox gives you. So maybe you can now leverage that cash flow. You can now use the cash flow to leverage systems like buying shares in Nvidia, buying shares in Tesla, buying shares in Amazon, or maybe investing in real estate on a large scale, buying properties here and there. People who do land banking, fantastic idea, right? So you buy properties, you keep them, you know that, okay, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, before you intend to start your dream business, this property would have been valued at maybe 10 times, 20 times, 100x the value that you got it for today. And then you would have good enough liquidity to give yourself a good head start in life, right? So that's basically how you create systems. So basically now, you see how I just explained what Velox has built, right? Is what young people use to create wealth, right? Without sweating it out. You know, when I started my journey in real estate in 2017, I started selling properties. I started selling properties in Lagos and in Abuja without even having to visit Abuja, right? I didn't need to visit Abuja. I didn't need to visit Lagos. I was in my home in Port Harcourt and I was selling properties in Lagos. I was selling properties in Abuja, right? That's because I leverage a system, right? I didn't need to pay my transport to Lagos. I didn't need to book a flight to Abuja to be able to close a deal. I basically leverage a system. That's what you can do. It doesn't matter where you are in this world. You can leverage working systems. I think Cesar Namani also has a fantastic affiliate system, which is a Stake Cut, right? Stake Cut does affiliate marketing. You can leverage the system that Cesar Namani has built. I believe that when he comes on stage, he will also throw more light on what they do as Stake Cut as well. So people have built systems that you can leverage. So there is no need sweating it out to start. I want to create my own system. No, you don't have the liquidity to do that. You don't have you might have the intellectual know-how, but you might not have the liquidity to do that. You might have the liquidity to do that, but you don't have the intellectual know-how to do that, right? So in order to buy time, right? In order to buy, the whole hallmark of investing is basically to buy time, to accumulate more time for yourself. I mean, that's the difference between the wealthy and the poor. That's the difference between the rich and the poor, is because the rich have enough money to buy more time for themselves, right? That's how life works. So now see how the rich buy more time for themselves. We are agreeable. We all have 24 hours in a day. But then there are persons who, by virtue of the systems, the wealth systems that they have, and the level of cash flow that they have been able to buy more time for themselves. That means that it's not like they have more than 24 hours in the no. They still have up to 24 hours as you, but it's just that they cannot leverage other people's time to do a lot, right? So let's say, for instance, instead of trying to, let's say I have a skill in, for instance, I know maybe you have a skill in automobile repair, right? Car repairs. So when you are wealthy, you don't need to the time you spend to start changing your tires, to start fixing your engine, fixing your brake pad, you get someone to do that for you. So you are basically bought more time. So that time that you would have used to be fixing that before, you now use it to do something else. So you keep accumulating more time for yourself. So the more the more cash flow, the more liquidity, the more system you create that gives other people access to do the work for you, the more time you create for yourself. So that's a wealthy lifestyle. So ahead of 2025, all that you need to do is create leverage for yourself, leverage systems that are already working. You don't need to reinvent the wheel all over again. Just leverage a working system and then you can begin from there, right? So I urge you, as you move into 2025, learn to leverage a working system. So if you already have good enough cash flow coming in for you, start leveraging systems to invest. Start investing in real estate. There are amazing real estate products that we have at Velox. There are amazing products that we have at LandPay. Fantastic product. You can even begin with as little as 5,000 naira to start your real estate investing journey, right? So basically, what that means is, in essence, is there are working systems. That's what I'm saying. There are working systems that you have to leverage instead of sweating it out. So say you do not have enough money to start investing, right? Because like I said earlier, that investing requires a lot of liquidity. Yeah, so you don't just wake up one morning when you are still owing your landlord, you're still thinking about where your next meal will come from, and then you say you want to start investing. It doesn't work that way. You must first of all build a cash flowing system for yourself, right? And that means earning more money. So if you are not earning more money in 2024, your focus in 2025 shouldn't just be because you want to invest. Your focus in 2025 should be, I want to earn more. How can I earn more? Okay, so you now start looking for systems that you can leverage to earn more, right? And then as you earn more, you now start setting aside the money you're going to use to leverage other systems to build wealth. So wealth building is basically ownership, right? So wealth building is ownership. When you have a share, a stock in Amazon, you basically own a slice of it. So wealth building is basically ownership. Basically, that's what wealth building is. Wealth building revolves around ownership. To what extent of the minerals on earth, to what extent of this earth do you own? That's what determines wealth. To what extent of this earth do you control? Wealth building is basically ownership and control. So to what extent of this planet do you control? That's why Elon Musk is very wealthy, because he controls literally the larger part of this planet earth. So now he's in control of Starlinks. Now he's building a Tesla phone that will flood the market in 2025. And then with the Tesla phone, you literally do not need a SIM card to access the internet, right? All you need to do, so long as there is Starlink in the space there, so just turn on the phone and then you have internet automatic, right? So he's building systems to give him more control over a large part of the economic planet. That's what web building is all about. The more control you have in the economic planet, the more wealthy you are. So look for people who have built systems that are controlling large parts of the economic planet, and then you leverage those systems. Real estate is also a fantastic part of the economic planet, right? So the more land you own, the more wealthy you are, actually. Yeah. So the more land you own, the more properties you own, the more wealthy you are as well, because you are also owning a large part of the economic planet, so you are in control. So it's one beautiful thing I like about real estate, because it affords me the leverage to control and be in control of my resources, right? So basically, that's what wealth building is. Wealth building is about ownership, it's about control. So to what extent do you own? To what extent is under your control? That's what determines how wealthy you are. So Elon Musk is very wealthy. He's the wealthiest man on earth today because he controls so much. No man on earth controls so much like he does. That's why he makes more money than every other person on earth. So all you have to do is leverage systems like that, or you build systems like that. So it's either you are leveraging systems or you are building your own system. So ahead of 2025, I want you to have these key things in mind. Build cash flow for yourself. It's important to make 2025 a profitable year for you. You need to build a sustainable cash flow system for yourself. That is, if you're not making so much money now, think of how can I make more money in 2025. And then if I'm making more money in 2025, how can I use my money to leverage already existing working systems so I can expand my ownership of the economic planet, so I can expand my control of the economic planet? Because the more I own in the economic, the more stake I have in the economic planet, the more control I have in the economic planet, the more wealthy I am. Basically, that's how it works. So wealth building is all about systems wealth building is all about leverage. Wealth building is all about cash flow. Bear it in mind, cash flow leverage system. If you want to actually build wealth, have cash flow, leverage working systems, and then you have full control. Whatever you have control, when you have larger control, you have more wealth, basically. So 2025, create more cash flow for yourself, leverage working systems, and then you're on your way to building wealth. Thank you very much. Do we have questions, please? So I like to make this very interactive, right? So I want questions. Where do you need clarity? Do you want clarity in any part of your life and all of that effect? If I can get questions, maybe one or two questions, I will quickly take those questions and then we'll call it a day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. This has been a fantastic section. Even I myself, I need to go and start looking out for more ways to own more stake in the economic planet. Right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, Josh.
So guys, you have heard from Mr. Chimakwa that we all need to go and own more stake in the economic planet. So you can keep your questions coming in, but let me open the floor by asking this question. So I've been asking all the speakers that have been coming on board this very, powerful question, I like to call it. So personally, I know you, and I've seen some of the things that you have done. They are very, very big things. I was in a training with Mr. Thade the other day, and yeah, somebody said, "Big, oh my God, I see Mr. Jeff Anos here. Mr. Jeff, thank you for coming on board. God bless you, sir." So he said, big things in my life. So, and I've seen some of the things that you are doing, and they are really big stuff. So, as I want you to help us, right? Help myself and a lot of young people here. I've seen you create wealth over the years, right? I think I knew you 2020 or 2021, and next year I know you see create more wealth. So, what is that strategy? What is that secret? What is that thing that you are using personally that has helped you to make wealth over the years, and you are still going to leverage on in the year 2025? So, what is your own personal strategy, your own personal, system that you can just give us where the powerhouse is? Give us access to the powerhouse. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Thank you so much,
All
sir.
right. I think, like I was saying earlier, it's all about find a part of the economic planet that you think you like and you think is quite profitable, and then see how you can own a large stake in it. So for
Mm,
me, my strategy is basically real estate, right? So I know that real estate is an integral part of the economic planet. And so my strategy is own as much real estate as you can own. Own
mm,
as much. So that's my strategy. Every year, I
mm,
want to own as much real estate as I can, as much real estate as possible, because I know that
mm.
real estate is a major part of the economic planet. So the more real estate I own, the more wealth I create. The more real estate I own, the more prosperity I create for myself and for my
My
family and for my
God.
loved ones. So basically, that's my strategy. I focus on real estate and the reason I focus on real estate is that most people don't understand this. Some person just do real estate because okay, they have had over the years, some have followed a particular trend and they're like, oh, real estate is just a fantastic thing. But yes, it is fantastic, but you need to understand why are you doing real estate, right? So for me, I'm doing real estate because I know that real estate affords me physical control of my wealth, right? So
Mm.
yeah, so, as against stocks and shares, right? That can be determined by stocks
Different
and shares are
factors.
fantastic, basically, but then it has to do with a lot of speculations and psychology here and there and some news and all of that. So I don't like banking on news. I like banking on land, right? So I don't like banking on news
Mm.
where I can just wake up one morning and then they'll be like, okay, there is a somebody a billionaire that I invested in his company. I bought shares in his company, and then because there is currently a trend, a negative trend around him, a negative news brewing around
Everything
him,
just
so
goes.
the shares have started plummeting. I'm losing money. No, I don't want that. So that's why I love real estate, because real estate affords me control. I basically have physical control of my wealth, right? So those shares and stocks and bonds, those are basically, they are called intangible assets. In asset classification, they are called intangible assets. But real estate is a tangible asset. Yeah, I like investing in a place that has an address, right? I know that my
Mm,
investment
mm.
has an address. I can go to plot 29. This is my investment. It has an address, right? So basically, that's why I love real estate, because it affords me full physical control of my wealth. I am always in control. That's why I love real estate. So real estate
Awesome,
is my
awesome.
strategy. I know that the more real estate I own, the more wealth I create.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, this is very profound. In case you don't get what he said, in summary, he said to create wealth, and that's the strategy he has been using, Mr. Chimakba has been using, is that yeah, you look for a segment in the economic planet that you're interested in. And once you see that segment, you try as much as possible to own more stake, to have more ownership in that segment of the economic planet. And for him, he's using real estate as a tool, right? Thank you so much for answering that question. So in the year 2025, you want to follow Mr. Chimakba's strategy, look for a segment of the economic planet that you're interested in. And for us, personally, for me too, I think one of the best segments is real estate, right? So, and there's something that I do by the side. I call it YFFB. It's a group where young people will just say property will come together and buy it. So if you think in 2025 you want to be part of that community, you want to take the bold step like Mr. Chimak, but I think you want to join that. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us access to your powerhouse. So I have some questions here. So the first one, I'll just put it on the screen.
Okay,
Mr. Greg
what
Achan. Hello,
financial
sir. How are you
mistake?
doing? All the way from Luxembourg. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
Okay, go ahead, sir.
what financial mistake have you made that we can learn from? Okay, I've made a lot of financial mistakes, like every young person, right? And one key financial mistake that I've made, I think every young person is also making currently, is in one word or the other, it's basically blowing up my cash flow, right? So
Mm,
I in sometime in 2016 and 2015, okay, 2016 precisely, I made a lot of money, and then I decided that, okay, I want to double this money. I want to double this money, and then I invested my money in some very crazy Ponzi schemes, and I blew my money, right? So I had to start all over again. So basically, I want to urge every young person that there's no need to want to blow, right? You have to just grow through the process. Life is just all about process. I tell people all the time that life is in phases. So learn through the process, grow through the process. When you have money, you grow money. You don't blow money, right? You don't want to just, okay, because you are just making a little money right now. Maybe you're making like 500,000 naira on a monthly basis, or 200,000 naira, and then you want to just double it overnight. Wealth building is basically not money doubling, right? Wealth building is money growing. It's not money doubling. You don't double money, you just grow it gradually. That's what wealth building is all about. And then, if how I got to learn about this, is how I got to get myself out of that mess, was because I now learned that wealth building takes patience, right? Even the Bible says that, for ye have need of patience, that after ye must have fulfilled this obligation, you might receive the promise. Right? So it takes patience. You need to have a little bit of patience. Wealth building is not an overnight fantasy. It's not something that you sleep, you go to bed tonight, and then you wake up the next morning, you're wealthy. It doesn't work that way. Any accidental wealth, most of the time, does not last, right? So all the time, you need to learn and grow through the process, basically.
awesome, awesome, awesome. You don't blow money, you grow money. Fantastic. Thank you so much, sir. I think there's another question. Where is it? How do okay. Okay. Let me put it there, sir, if you can help.
Okay, my question, how do I build a sustainable cash flow as a realtor? I sell monthly, though I wish to do more. What system do you think a realtor can use to make more sales to earn more? Okay, well,
And this
this
one,
is
hold on, this one I haven't chatted, I haven't put in. You are short, two more. I think you can actually put it in, but it's all good.
okay, okay. So you're basically asking how, so you want to know how you can sell more, right? One thing, if you want to know how you can sell more as a realtor, if you want to sell more, you show up more, right? You show up
Mm.
more, you follow up more. I tell people all the time that the big market does not miss an absent trader, right? Yeah. So when you go
Mm.
to, yeah, the big market does not miss an absent trader. When you go to a market like Alaba, if you're in a market like Alaba, if you don't open your shop, nobody will notice that you did not open your shop, because there are thousands of people selling the same product you're selling. So you show up every day. If you don't show up every day, the big market will not miss you. And then your clients will go to the other router that is active and available. So you need to show up every blessed day. And then you also need to understand that the money is in the follow-up. Most realtors make this mistake. They don't follow up, right? So maybe for some realtors, even, and maybe you that asked this question, you must have also made this kind of mistake as well. You sell property to somebody, he has got a property from you now, and then because he has gotten a property from you, you no longer keep in touch with the person, you no longer follow up, right? You're like, okay, this one has bought already, let me look for the other person. No, you keep milking your funnel, you keep milking the clients that you've already secured, keep milking that funnel, keep creating offers for them. It's important. So, like my mentor will always say, the money is in the follow-up, right? If you don't, you
Yes,
have to
sir.
make a commitment to follow up and follow through, right? So you don't just close a single deal today and you're like, okay, let me be eating this money first. I will look for other clients later. No. And then as a realtor, as a salesperson generally, whether you sell real estate or you do any other thing, basically, I want you to understand that keep your sales funnels full, right? In the multitude of in the multitude of leads, there is financial safety. So
My God.
every month create a system that generates leads for you consistently, a back-to-back working system, right? So most realtors all the time, the reason realtors are frustrated, I say this because I've played in the real estate space for almost 8 years now. So the reason realtors are often frustrated is because they do not create a lead generating system, right? A realtor will close a deal today and then he's just living his life, jai, and then when the money is remaining like 50,000, they'll start hustling up and down. And then they don't understand that you don't sell from the point of lack. You sell more from the point of abundance, right? If you have a 5 million naira in your bank account today, the way you will talk to your clients will change, right? Your level of confidence, your tone will change. The way you show up will change because you have that confidence. Money gives confidence, right? That's what the Igbos will say, and I love it. They say, "Akunesio bike." It is money that gives a man confidence, right? So when you have money in your bank account, you show up more, you sell more. That's when you should even push for sales the more. But then the mistake that most realtors make is that when they make a sale, they just go back to their cocoon and they don't show up anymore because they feel that, okay, they have made a little change, and then they no longer show up, they no longer follow up, they no longer call clients. Those cold calls, those mails, those WhatsApp broadcast messages, those posts on Facebook, they no longer do them, right? So you have to create a lead generating system, because if you have your pipeline filled with with leads every month, there is always a chance that you will keep making sales. Now let me give you a challenge. From January 2025, I want you to be doing this every day. Ensure you talk to 3 random people about real estate. Most of you have more than 5,000 followers. Most of you have more than 5,000 friends on Facebook, right? So make it a habit to consistently talk to 3 persons every day. Expose what you sell, expose your product to 3 persons every day on social media, right? 3 new persons every day. You will discover that in 30 days, you would have exposed your business to about 90 clients, 90 leads, right? So 90 new persons would have known that you sell this particular product. 90 new persons would have known that you play in this particular space. And then if your follow-up game and your sales game is good enough, if you talk to 90 persons in a month, I can tell you that there is no month you won't be making sales, right? Next month, you repeat the same process. Talk to 3 new persons every day. Do it consistently until you have good enough money to start running paid adverts to generate a working lead machine for you, a working lead generating machine where you know that, okay, it is now hands-free. You don't need to be entering people's DM every blessed day. This thing I'm telling you, I did it myself. My mentor gave me that task in 2017 and 2018. He said, every blessed day, talk to 3 random persons on social media, go to their DM, tell them what you do, follow them up every blessed day. And the moment I kept on doing that, I started exposing my business to a lot of more persons, and then I started selling more. So you need to do that. It's important, right?
Awesome, awesome. My God, this is already a master class. This is already a master class. One of the, in my own word, I will always say that your quiver must be full of leads. You must have your quiver full of leads every time, because when you have them, you'll not be so worried. It's because you have just one person that you're following up on, and you just want to kill yourself on that person. I'm like, guy, you must buy
You
you. You
see,
call the person.
the worst,
I'm
the
so,
worst, the worst, the worst business is a one customer business.
Yes,
The
sir.
worst,
One.
the worst number in sales is one. If you
One.
have one product, you have one product, you have one client, you have one customer, you are in for frustration, right? Because
Mm,
imagine if your rent is due, let's say by the 30th of this month, and then you only have a single client that you are following up on, and the client has assured you that he will pay on the 23rd of December. And then getting to, I can tell you that by 22nd, you're already blowing up his phone because that's your only hope. It is one. But when you have hundreds of them, thousands of
yes,
them that you are
sir.
calling on a daily basis, you don't need to get frustrated over a failed deal.
Awesome. I'm enjoying this. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. You're already giving us a sales master class. I've seen Mr. Caesar. Sorry, I've seen Mr. Chimakwa, right? Close deals. So yeah, he's giving us some strategy. So we have a lot of questions here. Let me see if we can take some more. But whilst I look for some questions, so please, are you going to be part of the Profitable Academy? I think you're going to be part
Uh
of it, right?
I would see how to make time for that. Yeah, I mean.
Awesome, awesome. So can you tell us what you're going to be teaching at the academy so that people can join in?
Okay, basically, I would just teach you a few things. That I'm a cash flow person. I love people. I love teaching people how they can leverage just little things to keep making money on a daily basis. And since I'll be talking to more of young persons, so I'll be teaching more of generating cash flow. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So if you want to generate cash flow in the year 2025, you have to be part of the academy. So let me take one more question. Okay, somebody said, please, how do you build sustainable business plan and consistently follow it as a young entrepreneur? So do you have an answer for that?
I think if you follow through this class, you know that I have already touched on that. You see, I tell people all the time, you don't follow up, you don't follow up a business plan. Business business plan is basically on paper, but the markets will determine your direction, right? So yeah, all you just need is,
Mm,
okay, you have a goal, and then be have a good enough commitment, a dogged commitment to reach your goal, regardless of the path that you will take to reach that
mm,
goal. What business plan does for you is business plan basically streamlines you, right? So if you say you want to achieve a particular goal, using you want to set up a business, this is your business plan and all of that. Basically, what your business plan does is it streamlines you, right? I tell people too that business plan streamlines creativity most of the time. Don't get me wrong, business plan is good, it's fantastic. There's a point that you get to in your business, and then you realize that you need a business plan at this point in time, right? You need to actually structure it to give it a proper direction. But then if you're just starting out, I don't think you even need a business plan. Just get in the ring and start taking your punches.
you actually need an action plan. That's what you
Exactly.
need, an
Yeah.
action
So,
plan.
I tell people all the time, when it comes to your life, when it comes to either business or building a career and all of that, I tell people that life generally is just like a football pitch, right? So just pick up your jersey and play your wing.
Nice one. Thank you, sir. So somebody said, please, how do someone go about a real estate strongly? So, like for that, I think I said we have a group called YFFB. You can chat me up, Mr. Mohammed Ahmed. So, last question before you go, sir. Somebody said, what single advice would you give to young entrepreneurs in Nigeria to ensure that he or she is on the right track? Do you want to answer that, sir?
What to ensure that he or she is on the right track? Well, the thing is, if you're an entrepreneur in Nigeria, uh, already your mind is already telling you that you're already in the wrong track because entrepreneurship entrepreneurship in Nigeria comes with lots of challenges, right? So your mind is already telling you that you're already in the wrong track if you're an entrepreneur in Nigeria. But then it all boils down to your why, right? So it is usually your why that will make you understand that it will make you understand if you're in the right track or not. Why did you start in the first place? Right? Why are you in it? Why did you make that decision to take the first step in the first place, right? So you need to understand your why. Once you know why am I doing this, what is in, and then you need to know your why, and then you need to also confirm what's my interest in this. What do I stand to gain if I push this? What's my interest? So these are the two key things: your why and your what, your interest. Your why and your interest. Your what, that's your interest. So what do I stand to gain? Why did I start? What propelled me to kick off? And what is my interest in this? I believe that if you have your why in check and you have your interest in check, you will always know that you're in the right track or not.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. On behalf of all the participants, we want to say thank you for the great value. Thank you so much. Thank you for telling us that in order to create wealth in 2025, we need to go and look out for our own economic planets. Out of the entire planet, look at what part of it we are interested in and own as much stake as possible. So Mr. Chimakba has given value. If you know Mr. Chimakba has given you value, please put in the comment section profitable 2025. So you see, Mr. Chimakba is very busy, and because of the love he has for me and for you, he's going to be part of the academy. So ladies and gentlemen, you want to be part of the academy. He's going to be teaching you, like he said, how to create cash flow as a young person. You don't want to miss it. And guess what? You can have Mr. Chimakba just like that. If you want to have mentorship from Mr. Chimakba, you have to pay in millions, right? So, but joining the academy, paying 7,500 naira only for today, you have access to Mr. Chimakba and a host of others in the academy, right? For 2 weeks in a closed Telegram channel where you're going to be asking questions and I'm going to hold you in the hands. So, Mr. Chimakba, do you have anything you want to say as regards the academy?
Well, I would just say your 2025 is in your hands. Life is all about choices and consequences, right? So you can't wish profit for 2025. You have to actually choose profits for 2025. So if you choose profits for 2025, if you choose to make your 2025 profitable, you also have to make the sacrifice to get the needed consequences.
Awesome, awesome. So to take action, make your payment to the account number showing, then send your proof of payments to the number on WhatsApp, and together we are all going to make 2025 a profitable year. Thank you so much, sir. I don't take it for granted that you're here today.
You're welcome.
In as much as you are like, I think we are 8 hours ahead of you. You actually made our time for us. Thank you. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please let's keep the fire emoji for Mr. Chimakba before he goes. Our second speaker is live here. I can see him and he can see me. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chimakba. God bless you for coming on board. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere because our second speaker is live, is here. So, if you want to join the academy, just make your payments and send proof of your payment to the WhatsApp number. Is any today after today you can't get access to the platform for 7,500 naira. Imagine having access to Mr. Thade, Mr. Chimakba, Mr. Caesar Namani, Mr. Jeff Anozie, Mr. Alex Money Sense for 2 weeks for 7,500. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss that, right? If you want to make the app profitable, you have to make this investment for yourself. So I see you right there. Remember that the Profitable 2025 virtual conference is powered by Smartway Africa. And what we believe at Smartway Africa is we help businesses and individuals grow beyond the peak using digital tools. And we have our partner, LandPay. LandPay is a platform where you as a young person can invest into real estate using the fractional reserve strategy, right? So you fractional investment strategy rather. So go to landpay.ng, download the app and get on board. And of course, if you want to buy properties yourself and other young people, you can send me a message and we have something for you where you get to co-own properties with like minds, young people. Send us a message. And yes, there's also a very special discount for this academy. So a particular company, Marketplace, owned by my friend Abu David, is giving you a discount. So if you wait after the next speaker, you get access to that discount, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, somebody's asking a question: how can I meet a ready client in my field? Okay, Mr. Chimakba has gone, but of course, if you're part of the academy, okay, I think you're also part of the academy, is going to answer that question. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have our next speaker. Are you ready? If you're ready, please put in the comment section Profitable 2025.
Hello and welcome to LandPay, where we transform your financial dreams into reality.
At LandPay, we provide tailored assistance to help you make informed choices that align with your goals and ambitions.
LandPay presents a range of options, including co-ownership, collaborative building, saving for rent and property, and flexible savings.
At LandPay, the safety and security of your wealth is important to us.
Invest with confidence when you choose LandPay for a secure and rewarding investment experience.
To begin your financial journey, download the LandPay app today on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
Also visit our website at landpay.ng. We will be waiting to hear from you.
Nonso Caesar Nnamani's entrepreneurial journey began in college with an innovative student accommodation service that predated Airbnb. From there, he built various companies, including a talent marketplace that failed. Eventually, he achieved major success with a digital marketing business he started as a school teacher that went on to generate millions of naira in online sales. In 2017, he founded Double Your Profit Academy and launched a marketing agency to help other businesses grow. This experience led to the creation of StakeCut.com in 2022 with founder Joshua Umba. Since then, StakeCut has rapidly expanded to over 500 users across 7 countries in Africa. Caesar believes that focused effort on a single idea can lead to extraordinary results. He now shares his experiences on finding impactful business ideas, crafting powerful marketing messages, and implementing effective growth strategies to help business owners scale their vision.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Profitable 2025 virtual conference, Mr. Caesar Nnamani. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Can you hear me, sir?
Hello, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for having me here.
Awesome. I feel super excited to hear your voice on this platform. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Thank you. God bless you, sir.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready for Mr. Caesar Nnamani, please go to the comment section and give us an hashtag Profitable 2025. We can't hear the clappings, so do it in the comment section. Let me see the fire emojis. Let me see the hashtag Profitable 2025. So Mr. Caesar and the money. Hello, I can see you, sir. How you doing? Oh, great. I can't hear you. I can't hear you anymore. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. So I'm trying to share my screen because most of the stuff I'll be doing would have to be.
Okay. Actually, you
Can't see
can.
the.
Yeah, you can actually do both simultaneously. Though have you on board and also share the screen.
Okay. So how do I?
Okay. So are you seeing present? Are you seeing present in part of like the?
No. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not here.
But
Okay.
anyways, you can start a section. I will show you how to do it. I'll send you some things
Okay.
on. Yes. So, ladies and
All
gentlemen,
right.
we have the in my video. I would always say the Almighty Mr. Caesar Namani, and I know why I'm saying the Almighty Mr. Caesar Namani because I know what Mr. Caesar can do. I've heard him speak. I followed him on social media, and I believe Mr. Caesar is going to change our lives today. Right? Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board. Mr. Caesar is going to be speaking on how to build wealth in the year 2025 using systems, not sweat. Once again, I want to say thank you so much, sir, for coming on board. You have the floor,
Okay.
sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. Today we're going to be looking at I'm very, very excited when we want to talk about wealth because it's a very exciting topic for everybody. And the reason for this is because we basically need to get out of poverty because poverty is a very terrible stuff. All right. And the reason why poverty is terrible is because it is dangerous. It is dangerous to you. It is dangerous to the people around you. It's dangerous to your friends. So whenever there's a conversation about wealth, it excites me so much. And the journey to, really thinking about it, I think the first thing that I really wanted to be was a medical doctor, right? So I had all of these plans about becoming a medical doctor. And one day I got one book that actually showed me the possibility of wealth. And the reason why this is important is because most of the time, if you're born in a poor home or in a home that is not really well to do like I was, you don't really know exactly the rules and principles about money. You just think that money happens to people. You just think that it is luck. However, that book that I got introduced to when I was a teenager showed me that there are principles, there are strategies, there are step-by-step processes that you need to follow in order to make unlock wealth for yourself. And most of the time, unlocking this wealth is basically has to do with unlocking this wealth basically has to do with knowing these principles and being able to utilize them. So I'm going to be sharing some of these principles with you, and I wish that I could share my screen because I want to draw the entire thing on the board. I like to,
Yes, I'm actually working on that. I'm going to send you a private message.
Okay, all right. So I had my experience as a school teacher. I was a school teacher for quite a while. I would teach in the mornings in the school and then go do lessons somewhere else in the evenings. And then I started a business called METS. So METS stands for Memory Enhancement Training Services. So basically what I did was I taught students how to read and not forget, which was a very noble business, but it was not a very profitable one. And the reason for this was I made the first cardinal mistake that you make in business, and that is choosing the wrong audience. Now, the thing about money is that you need to find people that have a pressing problem and are willing to pay for it. So in my own case, I found somebody that I found a segment of a market that had a pressing problem, but they were not willing to pay for it. And the ones that were willing to pay for it did not have money to pay. I remember going to one of the schools at some point, and I stood in front of a very big hall. They had like a lot of students in front of it in the hall. And I was trying to sell my memory enhancement training program, right? And somebody from the back shouted, "I beg, come up for this place. We are looking for how to carry more textbook inside the class, and you're telling us how to read and not forget." So I found out that we had two people, two specific kind of people. They did not appreciate the products that we had in the market. And that is a very, very important stuff that you need to look out for when building wealth, right? You need to find the right audience that have the things and have the money to spend on it. All right, but then that same market, if you bring a service that says, okay, I'm going to give you 5 sure games, right, that you can play on BetNaija, and they'll be very excited about it. They will pay the money that they ordinarily would not pay if you want to teach them how to read and not forget. So the first thing I'm going to teach you today is how to find the perfect kind of audience that you need to sell to, and then to find the perfect kind of offer that you need to sell to them. And it's very, very important that I share my screen, because I need to like illustrate it. So how many of you are excited about this? If you're excited and want me to...
Yes, sir. I've actually sent you a WhatsApp message. You can check.
Okay, all right. Let me check. Here is my phone. Hey, Siri. All right. So let me see. Okay. All right. So I do not have that option here. I do not have that option here. That's the problem.
Oh, really? That is so weird.
Yes, it is. Sorry for the whole... Okay, all right. So I think I'll just have to make do without the sharing my screen.
Okay, check if you have it now. Check if you have it now.
Okay.
So don't worry, calm down. See, that's very sweet. It's not come easy. Don't worry, calm down. Don't go anywhere. Mr. Caesar is here with us, the almighty Mr. Caesar Nomani.
Okay. Okay, all right. So I think I'll just have to start. Let's not waste time over this. Okay. So so today I'm going to be showing you exactly how to start a business, a very profitable business, and scale it, even if you don't have money, even if you don't have investors fund. I'm going to be showing you the principles that helped me, so you can apply it in your own life and use it to get results. All right. So very quickly, I want to welcome every one of you. And today I'm going to be making you one promise. I'm going to give you a very, very practical strategy that you can use to start a business and scale it. And why am I very, very sure that this strategy will work for you? The reason is because this same strategy worked for me. And I can tell you that when I got started, I had zero in my name. I remember the first time I came to Lagos, I had to literally borrow the money that I used to get on the bus. And when I started, there was... I think I'm not smarter than a lot of people here, so you don't even need to be smart to implement what I'm about to show you. And also, I did not come from rich background, so if you have any problem saying that maybe you need startup capital, you need help from anybody, I had no help from anybody, no rich uncle, nobody gave me startup capital to start. But this principle works, and the reason why it works is because if you jump down a building, you're going to fall and probably injure yourself.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. Are you using an iPad?
Yes.
Oh, that's the reason why you're not seeing that option.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, just go on. I'll see how we can fix that. Just go on.
Okay. All right. So, but then I know that right now, everybody listening to the sound of my voice, you have big ideas, you have plans, you have things that you want to do, but there is one thing you're struggling with. You're struggling with cash flow. Now, there are 2 types of cash flow problems that you're most likely experiencing. Number one is the cash flow problem that comes from not having money to start a business. You don't have the money to start a business. You have these big plans, but you don't have money to start. And you've probably have contacted a few people to invest in the idea, but nobody is investing in it. And that was the first mistake that I made. When I had my first big idea, I started to look for investors. But I can tell you one thing for sure, that nobody is going to it's very rare if you don't have a groundbreaking technique patented. It's very rare that is going to start a business. People are going to give you money to start it. So that is what you're wasting time trying an idea you've not started. I think you should just pull back. Never say a little bit, because to get that person. So the things that people are more likely to fund are that have shown traction, and even those are very hard to get funded. So which is very, very, very tricky. Which means you need strategy to get, regardless of the fact that people cannot fund you. That two cash flow problem that people have is the problem of growth. Now you have started a business, right? But somehow your day-to-day activity, your day-to-day expenses is eating into the funds that you're saving. This is the second cash flow problem that people have. You want to grow your business, you want to buy more products, you want to run more ads, but for some reason you're running ads and it's failing. You're losing money, right? And the ROI that you're expecting is not happening. And the reason for this is because you have cash flow problem. Number two, I'm going to be showing you one strategy that can fix these two problems. All right, so one strategy that can fix two problems. And this strategy, I call it the flywheel strategy. The flywheel strategy. And the reason why the flywheel strategy works is because it makes use of a very practical system. It's a very practical system that fuels growth. So when we started our company, StayCut.com, before I started, the first thing I tell people or advise people to do is, the first thing you need to do if you want to start making money and you don't have any startup capital is to get a job. And the reason why getting a job is very important is because a hungry man does not think straight. And what this does to you is you're more likely going to start a business out of fear and make mistakes along the way. You're more likely going to spend the money that you make on helping yourself grow. And I know that paid employment is demonized around this, around the entrepreneurial circle, and it's not right, because the truth is that you just need that initial funding, not for the business, but for yourself. Because it's only when you feed, when you take care of yourself, that you can now decide to build a business that would scale. So for me, the first time that I actually started considering building a business that would scale to 7 African countries like we have now was when I started to make enough to take care of my personal needs. And because I had enough to take care of my personal needs, I started to think of businesses that would take years to make money. So for example, at StayCut, and we worked at StayCut for more than 1 year without a salary. So we were building something and we were not making a dime out of it. So it was just money going in, and no dime came out of it, right? But today, StayCut is to some extent profitable, all right? And the reason why we were able to play that long game is because we had cash flow some other way, all right? So the solution to all of your problem, is cash flow. If you can fix your cash flow problem, you're going to be able to do two things. Number one, you're going to have enough money to think straight. You have enough money to play the long game, because every single thing that is going to work is going to take time, is going to take effort. And because it's going to take time, it's going to take effort, you need time to make it work. And that time is what the cash flow gives to you. Cash flow gives you time to prepare for growth, time to do what you have to do in order to grow your idea, your business. That's number one. Number two is cash flow is the one thing that you need to grow your business and have users come to you. So what do I mean? There is one thing that my mentor would always say. He would say, the person who is most likely to spend the most is going to win. And to illustrate this example for you, very recently, this brand came into Nigeria, Temu. Temu came into Nigeria and they're literally everywhere. They went from a newcomer to the number one most downloaded app in Nigeria right now. And the reason for this is because I read somewhere where they said that they had $2 billion in advert budget in 1 year alone. That is more than most countries are worth. All right. And because of this, they are likely to get to people more. I was listening to the speaker before me, and he made mention that you just need a pipeline of leads. You need a pipeline of leads. Oh, please, somebody's going behind me and might. No, it's fine. So you need a pipeline of leads. No, the way he creeped past, so I know that some of you might be wondering. All right. So you need a pipeline of leads. Our leads, and what is going to give you that pipeline of leads is lots of ad budget. And you cannot get started with lots of ad budgets because you have a cash flow problem. You don't have the sort of capital to do that. And the one thing that's going to help you to solve this cash flow problem is something I call the flywheel. So what exactly is the flywheel? How many of you are excited to know what exactly the flywheel is? If you're excited to know, let me know in the comment section what the flywheel is. You want to know what a flywheel is? Please let me know in the comment section. Do we have a way? Do we now have a way to share screen, Mr. Joshua?
Okay. Yeah. So currently, it's going to be a long process. You have to actually download the particular software. So because currently iPad does not allow that. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. We'll just get started like this. So the flywheel strategy is a 3-step strategy. All right, it's a what? A 3-step strategy. So think about this as an inverted triangle. How do we do triangle? Okay, an inverted triangle. Yeah, this is beginning to look like Illuminati. Okay, so it is an inverted triangle. Now at the top here is what we call the top of the funnel. So what exactly is the top of the funnel? I'm going to come to that, but let us just look at the entire triangle so we don't have to do the whole Illuminati thing all over again. So the top is the top of the funnel. The bottom is your core offer. And in the middle is something called the tripwire. All right. So it is a 3-step process. At the top is the top of the funnel. The middle is the tripwire. And then at the bottom is something called your core offering. So what is the difference? So to make you understand this, I'm going to illustrate it with a story. So what got me started in life, because I remember I told you that I got started without any external, like literally nobody showed me what I had to do. So I had to figure every single thing out myself. I had nobody who was willing to give me any sort of capital. I had no form of support. It was just me, myself, and I. And what I did was I started to write. I wrote a single book. So that book was priced for 2,500 naira in a particular niche. I'm not going to talk about the niche here because I just want to talk about it now. But then let me just share. Okay, so the name of the book was called The Bang Rule. So the book was teaching people how to attract the women of their dreams. And the price was 2,500 naira. Now, it was this book that got me started out in life because this book gave me the first bulk money that I used to start out different other businesses. And what I did with the book was I had my top of the funnel strategy where I just gave out lots of free articles on Nairaland. So if you go to Nairaland now and search for Charles Nneji, because I used the pen name while I was selling the product, and look for the name Charles Nneji, you're going to see articles that I wrote some years ago. So every single one of this article was talking about my book. All right. So let's take, for example, that I have a book that I want to sell, and I'm right here talking at this event, giving you strategies for free. It means that what I am doing here is top of the funnel strategy. All right. Top of the funnel strategy. All right. So the tripwire is the first thing that people are going to buy from you. And this particular first thing needs to be high value. It needs to be inexpensive or cheap. Not like cheap, but very affordable. And then it needs to come with lots of value that is going to make people to fall in love with your brand. And then at the bottom, which is your core offering, is a higher price product that you use to make profit. Now, why does this work? Why is this important? Now, the reason why this is important is because of cash flow. If you go to buy stuff at, let's say, a place like ShopRite, if you if you want to check out, you come to the counter, you notice that there are very, very easy to grab stuff around the counter area that are very cheap that you can just pick up and buy. Now, those things are called tripwires because they are cheap, but they look very, very useful. For example, you can see nail cutters, you can see very fancy lighters and all of that. Okay, so those things are very easy to grab. They look very, very valuable, and because they look very valuable and easy to grab, and they look inexpensive and affordable, people are more likely going to buy them without thinking so much about it. So what you need in your business to create that cash flow effect is these two strategies. Number one is top of the funnel content. Number two is tripwire that you're selling with those contents. So for me, what happened was, because I was writing all of this content, people were buying my ebook. One day, Nairaland shared my ebook, one of my articles, to the front page, and people started to read my articles. And because after they were reading my articles, which is the top of the funnel content, they were literally buying the book. And then in one night, I made so much money and then the next thing I did was to say, okay, I'm going to take one of my top of the content, top of the funnel content, and use it to run an ad on Linda EKG. So if you go to to Google now and search Linda EKG Charles Nneji, you see all of the top of the funnel content that I put out on the Linda EKG blog. And then I'll tell them, read this. If you want more, go to my website to read more. And with this people, you know, we are buying and buying and buying and buying, and we had a lot of sales coming. And because of this, we had money to pump in. And then once people buy that first tripwire product, the next thing they want to do is to buy more from us. So we had people buying different products line that we had after they bought that initial product. So from there, we started. We sold. You know, some bedroom related solutions to people. All right, and that's where we started an e-com brand of the tripwire that we created. So how can somebody apply this in the real life? I'm going to give you an example again, how you can apply this in e-commerce, for example. So I have this, my friend, who runs a hair brand. So what she does is very simple. She runs a lot of ads selling one particular cream. So that cream is for treating hair. So if you have hairs that you want to treat, you know, wigs that you want to treat, you buy that hair from her. So that hair is about, I think it's about 7.5 or thereabouts, right? And she runs ads to it. And because this stuff is very valuable and small, she makes a lot of money from it. But she's willing to lose money. So let's say she makes 7.5, let's say she makes 2 sales, for example, that is 15,000 there. So if she makes sales every single day, she takes the money that she makes in sales, like today, and then put it back in ad. So if she makes 15,000, she makes 2 sales today, which is 15,000. She's going to use that 15,000 to run ads tomorrow. She will make another 15,000. She use that 15,000 day. So what she has done is she's creating a flywheel. So that money, that's every single money that she's making from this ad, she's pouring it back into the business. And what she's doing is she's acquiring customers. She's acquiring people that have hair that are interested to maintain. And that's why it's called the flywheel. All right. And that's you keep pumping money back into the business and acquiring customers. And where the money is made is when you now sell the back end or the core offering. So she has a lot of offers that she makes people that have already bought this oil from her. She would sell them hairs. She would sell them hair maintenance. She would sell them combs, hot combs, and all of that. Like, that is how she built her brand. So remember, it is like this. Okay, at the top is top of the funnel content, which is the content that you put on your Instagram, your social media, is all of this content that you create. And then there is the middle, which is the tripwire, which is the one thing that you sell that is valuable to people, get them to want to do business with you. So for example, let's assume that you're in real estate. All right, so your top of the funnel would be top 5 mistakes to avoid in order to top 5 mistakes to avoid so you don't fall into scammers and all of that. Could be your top of the funnel and different contents like that. In the middle, which is the tripwire, check if a land is registered as Alausa for just 2,000 naira. I don't know how it works in the industry, but I'm just coming up with this idea off the top of my head. Check if a land is registered at Alausa for just 2,000 naira. That becomes your tripwire. For 5,000, for 7,500. That becomes your tripwire, and it's very valuable because anybody that wants to buy a land would want to be sure that they're not getting scammed. All right, which gives you a product that is very easy and very valuable to pick. And the moment they are done with that, the next thing you want to do for them is to tell them, do you need an agent to do all of the groundwork for you? Do you want us to help you buy this? Right? Be the progression. This triangle, you're likely going to have a business that scales without sweat and without stress. So I want this to be very, very interactive. So I'll be taking questions now. I'm going to be taking questions, all right, so that I don't just talk and talk and talk and talk. But I guess that most of you understand the principle of the tripwire. So if you have any questions, you can drop in the comments. Joshua, are you around? Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section. Now, some of you might be wondering, how do I come up with the perfect tripwire? I don't know the tripwire that I need to create. What do I need to do to come up with the perfect tripwire? So now there is a sentence that you can use to come up with the tripwire. I call it the tripwire generation sentence. It is how to X without Y, where X is the desire of the market or the audience that you're selling to, and Y is the barrier that they want to avoid. So let's take for example, the weight loss market. Okay, so the tripwire generation sentence could be how to lose weight, which is the desire, without going to the gym and eating bland meals that don't taste well. So like this becomes your tripwire. It becomes your tripwire. And you can do this. You can sell this for 5,000 naira to get people that are interested in losing weight the easy way. So when they come in, you can now sell them different other products at the back. Okay, so how to X without Y, and you have a perfect tripwire. All right, so has anybody created a tripwire now? Who wants to create a tripwire? Has anybody come up with a tripwire idea? Tripwire idea.
So if you have created something, you can just put it in the comment section. But this class is fantastic. Can you give more?
Okay, so
okay, someone's asking a question, sir. Let me put it on there. 2 questions. This is one. Can you see it on the screen?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. Then this question. Then there's another one. So you can just answer
okay.
it.
Perfect. So these are very intelligent questions. These are very intelligent questions. So the first person, let me answer the second one first. Somebody asked, must the tripwire be a book? Now, tripwire, the reason why I use the book is because I'm assuming that a lot of people here want to get started without startup capital, right? So the reason why it could be a video like this. A video like this could be a tripwire, okay? And the reason why it is a digital product is because it is inexpensive to make a digital product. You can, right now we're shooting this video, we can have this saved and we can sell this particular training for as much as 7,500 if you want. And when people pay for it, they download it over and over and over again. We don't have to use startup capital to get started. And the good thing about it is that it could be valuable to the target markets that we are targeting. All right. So it could be, very valuable to the market that we're targeting. So that is the reason why digital products is usually the best thing to get started with. However, I remember that I also told you about my friend who got started with the amount she bought it for from China around 1,000 naira or thereabouts. Okay, and she was selling it for 7,500. So she was making 6,500 naira per bottle. All right, and this included delivery because she was doing free delivery. Money included delivery, so it's not like she was ripping people off. Included delivery, ad money, different other expenses that she had to do in order to get that product in the hands of the customer. However, she was not making an outrageous profit from it. She was just using it to create a flywheel in her business. So it could be one of these two. It could be number one, a digital product, an ebook, a video download that you sell over and over again, or it could be an inexpensive little product. That's a very a product that is not too pricey but has a high perceived value. That is exactly how to look at it. So the second question was, please, what's the second question? Okay, so an example for Tripwire in the real estate market. I don't play in this market, but I can assume that the one thing that people are scared of when it comes to real estate is they are scared of buying land that's one. There's kind of land that does not have good papers. Okay, land that does not have good papers, and number two, land that does not have, land that does not have resale value. Okay, so the best way to come up with a tripwire is to look at. Don't say, "How can I come up with a tripwire?" No, you say, "What problems do I need to solve for people?" And that is why we have the one-line statement, how to X without Y. So the moment you have that, you are most likely going to have an idea, a tripwire idea that people really want. How to desire people's desire without people's the obstacle that they expect. I can see very wonderful ideas. How to make money online without spending money on ads. I mean, a lot of people are very crazy about this. How to buy a land free of issues without any stress. Beautiful. And that's the beautiful thing about that sentence. That sentence helps you create a tripwire idea that can fund your entire business. And the moment you have the perfect tripwire, it becomes the one thing that changes your life. For me, it was my tripwire that gave me the money that I used to start other businesses that I started out in the future. Because I created that tripwire that funded cash flow for ads, it funded cash flow, and from that I was taking profit. Okay, and because I had other products at the back, so because people were, I was literally, my flywheel was actually giving me customers for free. And anybody that buy from you once and they trust you and they like you is more likely going to buy from you in the future. And that is why, for me, I remember the time that I love buying books. And there was this book vendor I saw on Instagram. The first time I bought the book from her, I bought only one. And she delivered it. The experience was amazing. And because I knew that I could trust this person, I knew that she delivers, I knew that she has very good service, I started to order more. So I would order the ones of 20, 50, 60,000 naira at once. And I knew that this product was going to come. And the reason for that was because of that first product that she sold me, which is the beautiful thing about that introduce your tripwires. So tripwires is the door that will open more doors for you. So you need to give them a very good experience. And when you do that, they are more likely going to buy more products that you have. Okay, and which means that you actually acquired a customer for free. Because when somebody buys from you and then buy over and over again, every other thing they buy after that first time is profit. All right, because you don't need to spend on ad or marketing to get them in. It's just repeat purchase. All right, I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so I want this to be very interactive. If we can have more questions. If you have any questions, please let me know so we can answer them one by one. I see ebook that how to think right without thinking negatively even once. Now, you also need to be very clear about the market you're speaking to. All right, what is the market you're speaking to? What is the size of that market? and then find a particular problem. Make sure that you're picking the problem that you have. Okay, let me give you an example on how to know exactly how to problems that people have. All right, so let's take for example, you want to sell to the weight loss market. All right, in Nigeria or in Ghana, wherever it is you're listening to the sound of my voice from, you can go to ChatGPT and say, act like a Nigerian who wants to lose weight. What is the one problem? What is the one problem that you want to solve? I'm going to repeat this again. If you want to know the particular problem, you go to ChatGPT and say, act as somebody who wants to lose weight and tell me what is the one problem you want to solve. And then ChatGPT will give it to you. And then you now say, tell me the one obstacle that is stopping you from solving this problem. How many of you want to do that now? How many of you I want this class to be practical. I want it to be like a workshop. So how many of you want to do that right now? How many of you have ChatGPT on your phone? I'm going to pull out my own ChatGPT and we're going to do an example. So give me the name of your business and I'll use ChatGPT to come up with an idea for you right now on this video. And then I think for every one of
Hello, Mr. Caesar. I think we've lost Mr. Caesar right there. Okay, I think he's back. Okay. Yes, you're back.
I went to my mistake.
Oh, are you using another device?
No, I'm not. It's still my iPad. Yeah.
Okay, great.
All right. So I think I want this to be very practical. If you can have people tell me where you're playing in. Okay, let's use the land part. Okay, act as a new. This is why I wanted to share my screen. So I'm going to do that on my phone. Act as a Nigerian looking to buy land for the first time. What is the one problem you are most scared about? All right, act as a Nigerian looking to buy land. What is the one problem that you're most scared about? And then ChatGPT came up with, as a Nigerian looking to buy land for the first time, the one problem I'm most scared about is falling victim to land scams or disputes over ownership. Okay, so this is in line with the thing that I said earlier. So it could be how to know whether a land is, if the papers of a land is accurate. All right, how to know. So now the next thing I want to do is to ask ChatGPT, what is the obstacle to being sure that a land is legit? What is the one obstacle? Beautiful, thank you. So the next thing I want to do is to ask. Yeah, this is awesome. So now let's ask ChatGPT, what is the one obstacle to being sure that the land is legit? What is the one obstacle to being sure that land? Now, if you're listening to this, just know that if this can be given out for free on this particular program, imagine what you should be expecting in Joshua's academy. So in Joshua's academy, you're going to go deeper on knowing exactly the kind of offer that you need to sell. You're going to know how to sell your offer and all of that. So it's very, very important that you sign up for that academy, because you're going to get more in-depth practical strategy in that particular program. All right, so what ChatGPT came up with is the one obstacle is being sure that the land is legit in Nigeria is a lack of proper documentation and verification system. All right, so we now say how to know whether a land is legit without worrying or without using word of mouth. All right, how to know that if a land is legit without relying on unreliable word of mouth. Okay, so word of mouth. So now, without unreliable word of mouth. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to tell ChatGPT to fix this now. So we're going to say act as a pro copywriter. No, you shouldn't have cleaned it off. Okay, just say act as a pro copywriter. Can you bring it back, Joshua? Okay, all right. So good, beautiful. So copy that our question and ask ChatGPT. Copy that question and ask ChatGPT. Act as a pro copywriter. Make this sentence more appealing, clear.
So do you want me to edit the question again?
Yes, copy that question. No, copy the question. You have to copy the question. Yes, good. Copy it. Beautiful. Now wait. Go to the message service and say act as a pro copywriter.
Act as a what?
Pro copywriter. A pro. All right. Good. Then comma. Make this headline.
So should I paste the headline?
No. Say make this headline more appealing, clear, and persuasive. Good. Now you can paste it. And let's see what ChatGPT will do for us. Beautiful. Now let us ask ChatGPT create a tripwire offer around that headline. Create a tripwire offer around that headline. Around that headline, yeah. Okay, that's so good. Beautiful. All right, and you have your tripwire. All right, let's go down. Beautiful. You have your tripwire. Okay, so with this, you just quickly come up with your tripwire that's going to fund your business. So the reason why this is powerful is because this is the particular thing that will fund your business, that will give you cash flow, because it's very easy. Anybody who is buying this stuff wants to buy land. And if you can show them how to determine if a land is real, guess who they are going to come to when they actually want to pay for land? You. All right. So I don't know if this makes sense. With this, you can create your tripwire tonight. All right. And in the academy, you're most likely going to learn how to sell, how to, make sure that you take that tripwire and make sure that people buy from you and all of that, how to upsell people in the future, get them to buy from you after they bought the tripwire, all right, and all of that. Okay, so thank you very much. I think that is all from me. If you don't have any question, I should stop here. Hello, Joshua, are you still with us?
Yes, sir. I'm still with you live and direct. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Somebody, Coach Kemi says this sounds like the beginning of the Profitable Academy. Thank you so much, Mr. Cesar Anumani, the almighty Mr. Cesar Anumani, for coming on board. Thank you for coming live here. So, guys, if you have questions, please put it in the comment section. But before we do that, if Mr. Cesar has been fantastic today, please put it in the comment section. Hashtag Profitable 2025. Put it in the comment section.
All right. So for the people who have not already gotten access to the academy, I think it's showing on your screen, right? So make sure you get the academy If you want to learn how to scale your business, if you want to learn how to do it strategically, remember I told you there are principles to these things. Most of the time, you see people running ad and the ad does not go off, and you're wondering how is it that they are able to do it. Most of the time, it's because you don't know some of these secrets. The secret is a tripwire. When they have a tripwire that works, the ad does not stop. It's bringing in customers, and then at the back, they are selling more stuff to these people and are getting customers for free. So no matter the industry you're playing in, there is a tripwire for you. Just use the strategy that I gave you now with ChatGPT to come up with that tripwire. You don't have to say that, oh, this is not going to work in my industry. This works for literally every industry. There are people that use this to sell anything. All right. You just need to be able to be creative about this. All right.
Awesome. So at the Profitable Academy, Mr. Caesar is going to be diving deep into this. So if you have not joined the academy, this is the account details. Make payments after today is going to be off. So there's a one-time offer for just 5 persons. Okay. I don't. Can you hear me? Sorry, I think something is wrong somewhere.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, great. Please make your payments for the Profitable Academy, then send me the proof of payments. It's going to be a fantastic ride. So if you have a question, please put it in the comment section, and Mr. Caesar on the mind is going to take your questions. Please have our please. Awesome. I think a lot of people are getting value from the class. Saying hashtag profitable 2025. Thank you, Mr. Caesar in the mining. So, guys, a friend of mine, Abu David, is giving just very few people, 10% to join the academy. You can actually pay 5,000 naira to join the academy. I'll put the link to do that in the comment section if you want to be part of it. I'm going to put it in the comment section. 5,000 naira, you can be part of this, ladies and gentlemen. I'll put it in the comment section. So if you want to save the link, click on it. It's only just for 10%. So it's removing 2005 for you. So is there any question before I allow Mr. Caesar to go? Is there any questions? So, Mr. Caesar, before you go, let me ask the question I've been asking all the speakers that have come on board. After that, I'm going to play a video from the team at Marketplace that is giving the first 10 persons to click on the link a 2,500 naira discounts for the academy, right? So, sir, I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, I think I'm back now.
All right.
Yes. So, Sarah, I've seen you create wealth, right? You have built one of the most fantastic system when it comes to affiliate marketing in the whole of Africa. So, I want to ask you a question, sir. What tools and strategy have you used personally to build wealth? The one you have been using before and the one you are still going to use in the year 2025. What we're asking is that you give us a sneak peek, you give us access into your power room. What is that strategy they are going to use when it comes to building wealth in the year 2025, sir?
Okay, so 2025, I'm going to do more of flywheels. That's basically what I'm doing. That's the focus in 2025. More of flywheels, and then use them to build multiple brands. We're already working on a couple of them already that we intend to start. Also, I've realized that the best way to get what you want in this life is to give people what they want.
Yes, sir.
I'm a student of the market, so I'm going to be studying what the market wants, and already we're working on a new a new platform that is really going to, shake the continent. So the best thing to look at this is to realize that the only way you can make it in this life is really to help other people. And then once you help them get what
Yes,
they
sir.
want, they are most likely going to give you money for it. So the reason that this is actually the basis on which every business is built. All right, business is basically about bringing to people what they want. Because look at a platform like Amazon, for example. Amazon, if you go to the US, buying stuff is so easy, and the reason is because they've created a system that makes it very easy for you to order for a product and it gets in your door. So people are lazy, people don't like stress, and the person who is providing the solution is the person who is making a lot of money. So you need to actually, instead of trying to cut corners, realize that you need to find out what people want and give it to them. Secondly, you need to play the long-term game. All right, the long-term game means that you need to be able to build a business that's going to not sell one off and then that's all. Because if you're running that sort of business, you're going to always go in circles, because every single time that you need new customers, you would have to pay money to get them. But the best way to build a business is to build a business that does not require you to go out there and get a customer every single time. And that comes from building a real solid brand. Brand building is the future. All right, but when we are hungry, you're worried about money. You just want to make that sale.
Yes, sir.
All right, so then that's not how you build a business. You need to be sure. You need to build a business that brings in money, whether or not you're running ads, whether or not you're doing marketing, and all of that. So those are the two things that I think is the two focus. And then the last one is just focus on one idea. All right, because every single thing grows given enough time, given enough effort. All right, every single thing is going to grow. So the reason why most people don't get the result that they desire is because they don't give things enough focus that it requires. So you need to be sure to take time to give things focus and allow them to work. Because even when you're working on something, what you're working on is working on you. Okay, so I know that working on Stake Codes has taught me a lot of things. All right, because basically what I worked on me. There's a lot of new personality traits that you pick up from just working on a project, and you need to look at your projects from that angle. Look at it as training and not as this is not working. All right, this is not working for me. What do I need to do? Look at it as this stuff is working on me. All right, it's going to work on me before it works for me. All right, because it's when it has worked on you, you're now going to be able to do things that are required for it to work for you. Okay, so that's it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I think Facebook is doing its thing. I don't know. They just cut off the live stream or across all our Facebook platforms. So we're currently live on YouTube. So in case you can hear me, you can. I don't know what to do. Maybe I think Bridget, please help me put a message out there that we are currently not on Facebook, so everybody can head over to YouTube to continue the section. So thank you so much, Mr. Caesar. Somebody has a question for you. He says, "Sir, I have observed you leverage framework across all you do. Why is that so important to you, sir?"
All right, the reason why it's important is because I'm starting from scratch. My father does not have money. My mother does not have money. So what I need to do in this life is to use leverage, or if not, hunger will wire me. All right, so leverage is very, very important. Whatever you're doing. I mean, the reason why David hits down Goliath is because of leverage. He went and brought his slingshot. All right, so leverage, I've forgotten who said that, but he said, give me a lever, show me where to stand, and I'm going to move the world. So rather than complain that you don't have rich parents, rather than complain that you don't have money, rather than complain that the economy is bad, everything. I mean, these things that my very good friend, you just need to stop complaining about these things and know that these things will always be there. All right, they will always be there. So you need to figure out a way around that. You can either choose to complain and stay where you are, or tell yourself that enough is enough and figure out how to get out of it. And that is where you need leverage. That is why leverage is important. All right, that is why you need to ask yourself, instead of saying I cannot, because whenever you say I cannot do something, your head will shut down. and you not think again. But when you say how can I, your brain starts to work and you start to see ways. I remember the first time that I decided I was going to get started without startup capital was when I went to meet a reverend father to pitch my business to him. I got to him, I wanted to give my proposal. His bodyguard pushed me, I fell to the floor. And while I was on the floor collecting dust, that's when I told myself, how can I start this business without anybody's help? And that was when I decided to create my flywheel system and change my life from there. So leverage is very important. Leverage is very important. You need to figure out how to put it in every single thing, because the truth is that there's always a solution to every problem. It is your willingness to find that solution that matters. You'll be saying that you can't do it. If you say you can't do it, is okay, because most of the time you notice the things that you look out for. Take for example, any day you say, okay, I want to start looking out for Range Rover white color. You start to see Range Rover white color around you. All right, and it's the same thing with opportunities. If you say, how can I start to see ways to make money without startup capital? You start to see opportunities around you. All right, that's the way the human mind works. So you need to be able to trick your mind by asking it the how can I question, and that's how you can begin to see leverage in your own life.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. God bless you, Mr. Cesar Nomani, for coming live at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you have any last things you want to say to us, please?
Okay. What I want to say is very simple. If this was valuable, imagine what's going to happen in the academy. You already have the account number to the academy showing on your screen. Go join. I was talking with Joshua, and he gave me a list of all of the people he has, for the academy. Very amazing guys, intelligent guys. And I can tell you this, there are principles and strategies that you're not aware of. And you need to be aware of them to get ahead of others. You need to be aware of them to make your 2025 the most amazing one. Now, most of the time, the reason why a lot of people are not getting the result that they want at the end of the year is because they don't have this strategy in place. So if you want 2025 to be the biggest year, you need to be sure that you learn from people that have gotten the sort of results that you want. It is from them you're going to now learn the secret, the behind the scenes, the things that they don't share. It is in this sort of academy that you learn it. So make sure you join using the information on your screen right now.
Can you still hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Oh, great, awesome. I want to say thank you on behalf of the entire team at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. Thank you so much for coming on board. I believe that a lot of lives have been blessed. So if your life has been blessed today, please give Mr. Cesar a fire emoji. Give Mr. Cesar a fire emoji in the comment section. Thank you so much. So guys, join the academy. Mr. Cesar is going to be live. He's going to be teaching you more on the tripwire. He's going to be teaching you more on his framework. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. So, but before you go, sir, let me say the fire emojis. Awesome. I don't know why Facebook decided to cut our live stream on their platform, which has like divided the audience to like half or something. But it's all good. We keep moving nevertheless. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Let me see more fire emojis. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Caesar. Bye for now. I'll see you on the
All right,
other
thank
side.
you. Thank you for having me. Cheers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Profitable 2025 virtual conference is still on. If you are not here, I don't know where you are, right? Send it to your friends, your family, your well-wishers, your village people, your enemy to be here. Share the link to them. Remember, we still have the last speaker for the day, Mr. Tade Cash. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tade Cash is going to be here live in a matter of few minutes. He's going to be here live. If you're ready for Mr. Tade Cash, let me see you give in the comment section, Mr. Tade Cash. Let me see it. Let me see it. Mr. Tade Cash. Mr. Tade Cash. So remember that if you want to be part of the Profitable 2025 Academy, Marketplace is giving you an opportunity to do so by just paying 5,000 naira with a particular link. So check the comment section, you see the link there.
Hi, I'm Abu Diri, the founder of Marketplace. Have you ever been in that twist where you order something and then you got something reverse of what you've ordered? If you've ever been there, raise your hands. Like, I should be raising all my feet. Why? Because we've all been there. We've all gotten to order something online and then got the exact opposite of what we ordered. This doesn't always have to be the case. And this is why we are creating Marketplace. Marketplace was vetted in mind to solve the trust issues that have plagued the e-commerce world for years. We hope to build the future of e-commerce with the launch of Africa's first fully integrated social commerce, Marketplace. We believe that changing the narrative about buying things online starts with you and I, and we are playing our part by creating a platform, but you need to play your part by coming on board and testing this with us. See you inside Marketplace.
Awesome. So Marketplace is giving you an opportunity to pay 5,000 naira just for 10 persons to be part of the academy. If you want to harness that, you can go to the comment section. There's a link there. You can copy the link and be part of it, right? You can copy that link and be part of it. I'm going to paste that again. Mr. Tade Cash is ready for us, ladies and gentlemen. So I want to go back end and maybe drop a message to everyone that the live stream, I don't know, for some weird reasons, is no longer on Facebook. It's currently live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello and welcome to LandPay, where we transform your financial dreams into reality.
At LandPay, we provide tailored assistance to help you make informed choices that align with your goals and ambitions.
LandPay presents a range of options, including co-ownership, collaborative building, saving for rent and property, and flexible savings.
At LandPay, the safety and security of your wealth is important to us.
Invest with confidence when you choose LandPay for a secure and rewarding investment experience.
To begin your financial journey, download the LandPay app today on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
Also visit our website at landpay.ng. We will be waiting to hear from you.
that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I got that lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I've got that lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh, just you watch. I'm stepping into fate. There is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made.
Hello and welcome to LandPay, where we transform your financial dreams into reality.
At LandPay, we provide tailored assistance to help you make informed choices that align with your goals and ambitions.
LandPay presents a range of options, including co-ownership, collaborative building, saving for rent and property, and flexible savings.
At LandPay, the safety and security of your wealth is important to us.
Invest with confidence when you choose LandPay for a secure and rewarding investment experience.
To begin your financial journey, download the LandPay app today on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
Also visit our website at landpay.ng. We will be waiting to hear from you.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Because the king of cash flow is here live with us. Share the link to your friends, your villagers, your enemy, your kinsmen, your friends, everybody. Share the link with them because the king of cash flow is here, and today is going to be deliverance for so many of us, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thadi Cash needs no introduction, and it's a great privilege and honor to have Mr. Thadi Cash live here at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. He has been with us from the Profitable 2021. We had Profitable 2024. He was there, and now we are having the Profitable 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are ready to see Mr. Thadi Cash, please put some fire emojis. Put some fire emojis in the comment section. Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh, I can see it going. I can see it going. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the one and only Mr. Thadi Cash. Hello, sir. How are you doing today, sir?
Hey, I'm good, Joshua. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Wow,
Can hear you
so
loud
good.
and clear.
Happy birthday to you once again. How are you doing? I hope you enjoyed you're enjoying your birthday, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, I'm enjoying my birthday live here at the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. Having you around is already a great birthday celebration, sir.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So how's it going? I believe the people are having value and all of that. All the great speakers that has great this
Yes,
occasion
sir.
for literally for free, just to help people to get things going for themselves. It's so honored to have seen all the great works. Everybody has, coach all the coaches from Caesar to Chimakpa to Coach Kemi, right? And all of the
Yes.
people that has shown up in your space and teach the people beautiful lessons. The proof of learning is not learning. The proof of learning is transformation. So the people
My
should
God.
take what the people you take what they have learned and go and use it to change their life. 2025 will not be better than 2024 because what happened is that 2024 and 2025 is the same dates, the same hours, the same Monday, the same Tuesday, the same Wednesday, the same Thursday, the same Friday, the same Saturday and Sunday. Therefore, what's going to differentiate 2024 from 2025 is what you have become. And so when it is you are the differentiating factor in the coming year, and so that is what's going to differentiate what 2024 will look like from 2025. So I believe that
Awesome.
everyone that has taken what they have learned and they've gone to put it out there to practice, their life is going to transform really good. So for me, that's one of the things that I believe, this is going to transform people's life. Use what you have learned from the coaches, use what the principles you've learned. Don't believe what they said to you. Just go and verify it. Go and prove them wrong. And the only way you can prove them wrong is to test what they say. If you don't test it, you can't have a testimony. And the only time you have a testimony for what you have been taught is to test it. If you don't
Yes,
test
sir.
the principle cannot produce a testimony for you. So the only way the principle produces a testimony for you is for you to test the principle. You don't have a testimony with the principles by shouting, I've learned something, I've picked something. No, that's not how you have testimony. You have testimony by testing what they say. Go and prove them wrong by testing what they say. They have told you
My
this can
God.
work. They have told you this can work. So go and do it. That's just, my opening charge for you today. Go and
My
do what they have
God.
said to you. It's not what they have said to you is that as a result of the life they have lived, the principle they have learned, the things they have picked up over the years. So don't believe them. Prove them wrong by testing it. All right. And so when you test the principles they have shared with you, then you will also have your own testimonies. So remember, you don't have a testimony if you don't test the principles that you have been taught. So we want you to have a testimony. So how do you have testimony? Test it. Test it. Just test it. Pick it up, use it. If they have taught you about how to use principles, test it. And if you want to have more stuff, I believe they have been telling you about the master class, the profitable kind of a master class. Subscribe to it. You see, the cost for your profitability of 2025 is just 7,500. And in other words,
My
if
God.
7,500 is what's going to make 2025 to worth it, I don't think you should shy away from that. So if you're here today and you have not subscribed to the profitable masterclass, if I teach for 1 hour in any meeting, they give me 5 million. So, but guess what
Yes, sir.
happened? You're going to be having me teach you for 7.5. But the truth of the matter is that's not the money. That's just for you to learn. And I want to teach you something that will change your life. I want to teach you the Caesar code, the Caesar codes of closing deal, the Caesar code of transforming your life, and that's why I wanted to be in the masterclass with me and all of the other guys that was going to change your life. And that's very fundamental. Okay. So Joshua, today is Joshua's birthday, and Joshua it has sacrificed his birthday to just have you to optimize your living. So that's why we're having this program. And today is quite busy for me, but I decided I have to honor Joshua so that I can just be here today and share these things with you. All right. So I want you to know that all the coaches that have shared with you, all the people that have shared with you, they have laid a foundation. Remember, every house is as beautiful as its foundation. So they have laid a beautiful foundation for you. What I'm just going to do tonight is to give you a roof so that your house, when it is raining, you will still be able to stay in it. So that when your house, I want to give you a roof, I want to give you windows, and so that when the house is tough. And so my dimension is going to go in two ways. I'm going to share a little bit. Joshua is going to ask me questions so that you guys can get an holistic. These days and time, I like people asking me questions because I'm be speaking above people's head, not because they are not intelligent, but because I'm speaking for my realm, and it may not be extremely useful to you. But when I speak a little bit and then you ask me a question, then I'll be able to answer you in a way that you can apply. Because see, the reason why you are using your data to be online with us today is so that you can have a profitable year. Now, let me start by telling you what the word profit means. The word profit.
Let me just allow you just start. Thank you, sir.
Yes, I've started. It's not that I want you to allow me to start. So the word profit is taken from the root word profitia. And what does that mean? The word profit is a Latin word that means progress. All right. So when you hear that you are going to have a profitable 2025, it simply means you are going to have a distinctively progressive year, 2025, because the word profit means progress. So when you say you are going to have a profitable year, you're going to be able to make progress. That's what profitable is, a two word, profit and able. So you are going to have profitable. It means that you are going to be able to make progress. So that's what the word profit means. The word profit means progress. So there are two words here, profitable. That means profitable. You're going to be able to make profit. So what does the word profit means? Progress. Able to make progress. That's the word. So what does it mean to make progress? So this is what happened. There's something that is constant between the rich and the poor. The rich and the poor have one commonality between both of them. The rich and the poor have one commonality between them. What is the commonality between the rich and the poor? The rich and the poor labors. The rich and the poor labors. What is the commonality between the rich and the poor? The rich and the poor work. What is the commonality between the rich and the poor? The rich and the poor sleeps. Okay. What is the commonality between the rich and the poor? The rich and the poor lives in a house. Now, everybody has this, So what happened is that then what separates them? So the rich have labor, but the poor also labors. But this is what happens. So tonight I want to share with you what I call the labor system of the wealthy. You see, there are three kinds of labor in the world, just like there are three kinds of education in the world. And I don't know the kind of education you have. But the reason why Joshua is having this program called Profitable 2025, Profitable 2024, is so that he can introduce you to this different kind of education. And the program is about building wealth using systems, not sweat. So I'm going to be explaining some basic things to you. So labor is one of the commonality between the rich and the poor, between the rich and the middle class. Every one of you watching today, you labor one way or the other. So what happened is this. The way the rich labors is different from the way every other person labors. So once there was a man that lived many, many years ago. I don't know how many years he has lived, but in the recorded history, they could say maybe 3,000, 4,000 years ago. And this man was stated to be a very wealthy man, that if you are rating his money today, his money will be worth trillions of dollars. And so this man was very wealthy. This man, many people come from far and near to come and listen to this man. This man has a lot of wealth. And once upon a time, he was addressing the people, and he said this to them. He said, the labor of the fool wearies them because they do not know how to get to the city. Now, what does it mean to be a laborer of the fool? That means you can be intelligent and labor as a fool. You can be intelligent and labor as a fool. You can be well-schooled and labor as a fool. You may have gone to school all your life and labor as a fool. It means that you can labor as a fool. There are two kinds of labor. You can labor as a fool and you can labor as wise. So many people today, with all due submission and respect to your person today, most people on our planet today, they're laboring as a fool. And what do you know the difference between laboring as a fool and laboring as a wise? That's what I'm going to be sharing with you. So, and there are three kinds of education in the world. There is education of the poor, there's an education of the middle class, and there is an education of the rich. So the poor labors. The poor has education, the middle class has education, and the rich has education. The education is so different. I grew up with a father that taught me the education of the poor and trying to introduce me to the education of the middle class. And I realized that these things were not adding up. But along the way, if you've ever read a book of mine called The Money Code, all right, along the way, I talk about I shared here the education of the rich that I received from a man that I call my billionaire mentor. And so I met this man and he began to introduce me to all manner of concepts, and all this concept just literally changed my life. So what happens is there is a different kind of education. There's education of the poor, there's education of the middle class, and there is education of the rich. Now, building wealth using systems, not sweat, are the education of the rich. And it may look funny to you, but let me also help you understand something. What is system? Now, I need you to take this definition from me today, because these are definitions that will change your life if you imbibe them into your life. And what is system? System is a principles and patterns of order. System is a principle and patterns of order that renders confusion impossible. System is a principle of order and patterns of order that renders confusion impossible. Because wherever there is confusion, there can never be success. Wherever there is confusion, there can never be breakthrough. Because success and confusion can never live on the same Telegram group. So what happens is that success is about getting things done, and a successful life is about getting things done in succession. So that means system is a principle of order. So wherever order goes, progress goes. And remember what I told you about profit definition. The profit definition is profit, is progress. So wherever there is progress, there is profit. So system is a principle of order that render confusion absolutely impossible. So if you want to be successful, you need to know the difference between laboring as a fool and laboring as wise. So how do you know someone that labors as a fool? It's practically simple. If all that you want to do in your life is just to go to work and get paid, you are laboring as a fool. Because there are two kinds of labor. You can labor to get paid, or you can labor to get freedom. So many people are literally laboring to get paid. Many people are jumping from pillar to post, practicing the ministry of Satan, moving from one pillar to post, just looking for one work to the other. But this work is not leading them to anywhere. There is only one reason why the wealthy will work. And the only reason why the wealthy will work. The wealthy don't mind getting a job, but the wealthy will get a job. The wealthy minds don't mind getting a job. The wealthy man will get a job so that you can use the labor, the money from the job to build wealth. So what happens is that your only justifiable reason why the wealthy works is to build wealth. The only justifiable reason why every other person works is either to pay their bills or to pay their debt. So what happens is that you need to know the kind of education you are having. And that's why I'm happy that you are here today. And I'm happy that you are joining the masterclass with Joshua so that you can learn this deeper education. Because you see, wisdom is not talent. Wisdom is a skill. And everyone that wants to be wealthy have to place premium on wisdom. Wisdom is not intelligence. Wisdom is a skill. And if wisdom is a skill, you can acquire it. Remember, wealth building is a skill, not a prayer point. So if you want to be wealthy, it's not a prayer point, it's not a confession, it's a principle that is built on skill. What is skill? Wisdom is a skill. What is wisdom? Wisdom is an application of the truth. That means if application of the truth is what wisdom is, therefore wisdom is a skill. So if you want to be wealthy, you need to realize that wealth building, money making is a skill. It's like riding a bicycle or learning to drive a car. It's a skill that anyone can acquire. But some people, all their life till they pass on the planet Earth or they drop the garment, they will never learn how to drive a car. It doesn't mean everyone does not have that skill, but guess what happened? They never put that skill to work. So money making, wealth building is a skill. You can acquire the skill. And one of the fundamental skills of wealth building is how you labor. Everybody labors, but how you labor determines whether you are going to be successful. All right. Now, one of the means of building wealth in this life is that people will tell you that if you want to be wealthy, you have to give value. Now, the truth of the matter is being wealthy requires value. But being wealthy is not just all about value. Now, because you see, I'm going to tell you a simple story. I want to tell you a simple story. Some of the most valuable people on this planet are not wealthy. All right? Some of the valuable people on this planet are not wealthy. I want to ask you a question. What is more valuable? What is more valuable? And if you're here with me, I need you to put it on the comment section so that I can be sure that you're with me. What is more valuable? Diamond or water? Which one is more valuable? Which one is more valuable? Diamond or water? If you're here, tell me which one is more valuable to human beings. Which one is more valuable to human being? Diamond or water? If you're here today, can you put it on the comment section? I need to know Let me know I'm dealing with people here. I'm not dealing with robots. Which one is more valuable? Diamond or water? Which one? Diamond or water? Which one is more valuable? Fantastic. Thank you, David Obina. Diamond or water? He said water. Who else? Who is contradicting that thing today? We're saying otherwise. Diamond or water? Oh, Bridget, thank you very much. Bridget said diamond. Bridget said water, sorry. Coach Kemi, thank you very much for joining, Mama. It's a diamond or water. She said water. Okay. Aderonke said diamond is more valuable. Okay, Aderonke is opposing the motion that diamond is more valuable. Henry says that diamond is more valuable. No, to humans. Okay, thank you. I love the response. I say, which one is more valuable, diamond or water? Now, the truth of the matter is, water is more valuable than diamond. Why? Because water is more useful than diamond. Humans have more needs for water than diamond. But then when we ask another question, which one is more expensive? Diamond or water? Now I need an answer to that again. Which one is more expensive now? Diamond or water? And I want you to be able to connect this principle because it's going to change your life forever. Which one is more valuable now? Water? But which one is more expensive? Which one is more pricey? Thank you, Aderonke Adiola. Thank you, Emeka. Diamond. Now, I need you, if you can connect this principle I'm about to share with you, it's going to literally change your life. Diamond for sure. I love that answer. Diamond for sure. Now, diamond is more pricey, but water is more valuable. So, is that not how it looks like in our world today? The most valuable people are not the most paid people. The most valuable people are not the richest people. Why? Because there is a missing structure. And many of us have lived our life on a half-truth. And this half-truth have kept many people to be poor. And so I'm going to share this basic principle with you. I just want you to wrap your mind around the idea that I'm sharing with you. Just consider me as if I have a lot of beard today, and I have a lot of gray hair, and I'm your billionaire mentor today. And I'm just giving you the principles that you can practice that will create a prosperity in your life. So it's the most valuable people are not necessarily the most wealthy people. And why is this so? It's just like diamond and water. So what is the criteria that make water? Water is useful. You know, even a legend in our culture, in Nigeria, in Africa, in Nigeria by the name of Fela Nicola Kokute, once sang a song. He said, if you want to bathe, you are going to use water. If you want to eat, you have a need for water. If you want to drink, you have water. You have to need for water. He said, there is nothing you want to do that you're not going to use water. He said, water does not have enemy. You know, it means that water is essential to existence. But what if water is that, important to existence? Why is it that water is not the most expensive thing on human race? Human can do without diamond, but human can't do without water. Then why is it that water is less pricey than diamond? Have you ever thought about it? I want to show you what makes it so. And if you can pick that lesson, that could be a life-changing for you. Number one, the reason why diamond is more expensive than water is because diamond is more scarce than water. All right? Diamond is more scarce than water. That's number one. Number two, diamond cannot easily be found. Okay, diamond cannot easily be found. Okay, diamond cannot be easily be found, and diamond is scarce. Now, scarcity increase the equity of a thing. It means that the moment something becomes scarce and somebody promote the value of what this thing can do for you, therefore there is not so much of diamond in the world. So there is more demand for diamond than the availability of diamond. So what does that mean? It means that because the availability, the demand, it's more than the supply, it means that it increases the price of diamond. So the price of a thing is not necessarily based on the value of the thing, it's on the demand versus the supply of that thing. So the wealthy always think about demand versus supply. The wealthy realize that they have to create a demand for who they stand for. They have to create a demand for their value. They have to create a demand for their life. They have to create more demand. They have to realize that there is more demand than supply. So, but most of you are more available than the people that need you in your life. So as a result of that, you think you are broke, but you are not broke. You are just violating the laws of demand and supply. If the demand is more than the supply, the price of the things will go up. If the supply is more than the demand, the value, the price will go down. It doesn't mean that thing does not have value. So let me tell you about one of the most valuable people on the planet Earth. One of the most valuable people on the planet Earth are teachers. You know, they teach our children from the cradles that taught you and I. There is no one in this room today that has not gone through one teacher or the other. They have taught you so many things. But when you look at their lives, some of them are fighting for their life. They are fighting for their existence. They receive tension. I beg your pardon. They receive pension. And then this pension, it leads them to tension. It leads them to confusion. You know, they have taught classes. And at the end of the day, they are providing something that is valuable. But there's another guy on the social media that is teaching people how to play PlayStation, and he has learned how to create a demand for what he's doing. And this guy is making more than $500,000 every single 6 months, or $1 million in a year. This teacher would die without ever seeing $200,000. Why is this so? If this guy is truly providing something valuable, why is he so that he's not wealthy? So the building of wealth requires system. And one of the systems of building of wealth requires is that it requires that you understand that when you want to work, you have to either work. Many people get money in only 2 ways. You can only get money, but before I tell you how people get money, I need you to understand this scenario. The teacher provides value, but he's not wealthy. But you know, there are exceptions to teachers. So somebody is a teacher, but he decided to go this way. He teaches mathematics, and he decided to come one day and using the tools called technology, internet. It's like an ocean. It's like a deep sea. And he decided to start teaching people, just like I'm teaching you today. And he decided to teach people, and he documented all that he has taught. And he sent it out there, and he began to market it. And more than 1 million students are learning from this teacher. More than 1 million people have subscribed to this teacher's product. Guess what happened? This teacher is charging them $10,000, and he has made a lot of money. Now, there are 2 teachers. You know, there are 2 teachers. But guess what happened there? Guess what happened there? These 2 teachers, one became what? One became a millionaire. Whilst the other one became a warreneer. Is worry. Is living in worry. Why? Because this is what happened. Now, I need you to write this down. Value without leverage is bondage. Value without leverage is bondage. Value without leverage is bondage. I'll say that again. Value without leverage is bondage. Okay, so many people, they are so carried away with labor. They don't think about leverage that is added to labor. Until leverage is added to value, wealth cannot be created. Until leverage is added to value, wealth cannot be created. So it's not enough to be a person of value. You have to be a person of value with leverage. No, in other words, everything that you want to do. You see, I love a man called Messiah. The name is Jesus the Christ. You know, I study his life back to back, and I will study it till I drop my garment. But guess what I found out about him? This is what I found out about him. He never speaks to any crowd of people. He never speaks to individual. You can find out in the life of Jesus the number of times he speaks to individual. So I tell you, if you want to be wealthy, you need to think as God. Many of you think of God, but you don't become wealthy thinking of God. You become religious thinking of God. But if you want to become wealthy, you have to think as God. What does that mean? It means that God will never do anything that cannot be documented. God will not do anything that cannot be replicated. God will not do anything that does not have a multiplier's effect. God created one man, and through the one man, billions of men are on the planet. Don't you think that God is a genius? In other words, if you think as God, you will be wealthy. If you want to build wealth, think as God. Think as God. Think as God. Think as God. That means you don't just think of God. If you think of God, you become religious. If you think as God, you become prosperous. So if you want to be prosperous, think as God, don't just think of God. So many of you are used to thinking of God. You don't learn to think as God. Heavy wealthy people have one characteristic: they think as God. They don't just think of God. Many of you tonight, you have learned to think of God. You go to church, you go to mosques, you show up in different places, but you never replicate or imitate the Creator, because the Creator creates, every other person reacts. The Creator creates, every other person reacts. So if you learn to think as God, you will learn to create as God, and you will learn to have the God kind of result. So learn to add value to your leverage, to your labor, to your value. If you don't add leverage to your value, you will not have wealth. Think of leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is the ability to buy back time. Leverage is the ability to get more done and more done in less and less time with less and less effort. So think of God. Think as God. So think about it. There was a woman called Maria Montessori. Maria Montessori started a kind of school where she documented the process of dealing with children. Today, all around the world, there is a system of education called Montessori. If this woman wants to be extremely wealthy, by her name alone, she's worth several billions. Why? Because she has been able not just to be a teacher, but to have the leverage to her teaching by developing a system. Everything that you do today has two sides to it. One of the first sides of everything that you do is execution. If you want to build an empire, you have to learn to understand that you must get paid twice. There are two ways you get paid. You get paid through your execution, you get paid through your education. What does that mean? That you get paid through what you have done, your action, and you get paid through your documentation. It means that everything that you do that produce results for you must be fully documented. If you are just working without documenting your result, you are laboring under a closed heaven. And that is one of the things that happen to a lot of people. So I'm teaching you about how to labor as the rich, how to labor the labor of the wealthy. So you need to understand that. Think as God. Add leverage to your value. So there are two ways you get paid. You can get paid in a laborious way, or you can get paid in a leverage way. The laborious way is what most of you are used to. The laborious way is what most people are used to. Okay, so I've done sales all my life, so I decided to document one of my process of sales. It's called follow-up or fold-up. I documented another one called close or lose. I documented how I do real estate rental properties called cash flow machine, real estate cash flow machine. I've been able to document several books that can change a lot of people's life. What am I doing? I'm thinking as God. I am multiplying myself. I'm being able to reach out to several other people in the life of people. So if you want to be wealthy, you have to have skill. Skill is wisdom. Wisdom is skill. So you need to develop skill, high income skill, ability to sell. Every wealthy people are not afraid of communicating to the crowd. You must learn how to speak to the crowd. All right. Everything that you have succeeded at, learn to teach it to other people. All right. So the point is, you must learn to become a coach to your contemporaries. So learn to teach what you have learned, learn to teach what you have mastered to your people, and get paid for it. All right. When I started selling many years ago, and I succeeded at doing sales, guess what happened? More people come to me to want to learn what I did, and I started teaching them. I started running seminars on sales. From there, I started writing books on sales. Right? When I started doing real estate and I started doing rental properties and I started succeeding on it, people started coming to me and started asking me questions. What did I do? I started teaching seminars on it. I started writing book on it. So every execution must have an education, because as you do, you have to do and teach. It's one of the rules of the wealthy. Most of the time, the poor and the middle class only do, they never teach, because teaching will give you influence, and doing will help you to create affluence. And often the time, influence will lead to affluence if you know how to use it very well. So what do you need to do today? You need to labor as the wealthy. You need to begin to labor in a different way. There is a man, I don't know how many of you that know him. His name is Tom Clancy. Tom Clancy is a novelist. Tom Clancy has written one of the richest novelists in the world. Tom Clancy has, in his lifetime, guess what happened? Tom Clancy has written several books. And guess what? Many people thought all the books that Tom Clancy wrote was written by Tom Clancy. But that is not the truth. What happened is that Tom Clancy only wrote few books. And Tom Clancy put a He put a framework to how he writes, and then he began to get ghostwriters to write for him. And when they write for him, he will put his name on the novels because he has built a name for himself. And as a result of that, he shared the wealth with the writers. So today, Tom Clancy has more than 300 to 400 books in the world that are bestsellers. What has he done? Most of his books have been converted to movies. What is he doing? It's engaging in the labor of the wealthy, because the labor of the wealthy is about leverage. Labor to get wealthy. Let me tell you, people get wealthy by labor, and some people get weary by labor. Now, how do you know the people that get wealthy by labor? They follow systems. They follow multipliers effects. They don't just use their sweat, they use system. They don't just get paid for their present, they get paid for their process. They don't just get paid for their strength, they get paid for their systems. All right? They don't just sell their own time, they sell time. Because there's a difference between selling your time and selling time. Now, when I tell you this, the labor of the wealthy is about selling time, not selling your time. And I will explain this to you as I begin to put this to an end. The labor of the wealthy is about selling time, not selling their time. When you subscribe to Netflix, what is Netflix selling to you? Netflix is not selling you their time. They are selling you time. It is bound to be in 30 days, you are going to pay another money. When you buy a network or telecom card, what are you doing? You are selling your time. When you pay your house rent, what are you doing? The landlord is selling you time for 30 days. When you rent an hotel, what are you doing? They're selling time to you. They are not selling you their time. The wealthy people don't sell time. They don't sell their time. They sell you time. So if you want to be wealthy, you have to begin to think about selling time, not just your time. Now, the question is, Profitable Academy is about helping you to begin to build all of these things, the labor of the world. That's what changed my life. I was broke till I was 25. When I was 27, I was a millionaire in dollars. What changed my life? What changed my life was simple. What changed my life was understanding the reality of what I'm sharing with you. And that is what I want you to pick today. That you need to begin to labor as wise, don't labor as fool. Because the labor of the fool will reach them and they will not be able to get to their promised land. I mean, there is a promised land for you, and you have to change your labor. You have to change your education. You have to change your association. You have to change your frequency so that your currency can change. And the moment you can put all of this concept together, guess what's going to happen to you? You begin to function in a different way that will transform your life and your entirety. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you today how to learn to labor as a rich, labor as a wealthy. Education of the wealthy is what I'm bringing to you. And I need you to begin to have this understanding, because this understanding is what is going to change your life. All right? So remember to labor as the wise. Remember to labor as a wealthy people, because this is a difference between the wealthy people and every other person in the world. And remember that wisdom is a skill. Wisdom is a skill. The moment you start selling time, when all that you know, if you create a course, what are you selling? You are selling time. You're engaging in the activity of the wealthy. When you record a program, when you write a book, what are you selling? You are selling time. I've written a book. Some of the books here, I've written them a few years ago. Today, they are still making me a lot of money. How many times are you going to get paid for one-time work? Sell time, not just your time. Everybody sells their time, but the wealthy sell time. All right? The wealthy want to be paid how many times? They're not interested in how much you're going to pay them. They're interested in how many times you will pay them. How many times will I be paid for a one-time work? Some people work for many times and get paid once, but the wealthy work once and get paid several times. That's what they call it, royalties. All right? How many times will you be paid for a one-time work? Ladies and gentlemen, if you put all of these things together with everything that everybody has shared with you in the last 24 hours, and you begin to think about them, the education of the world, the labor of the world will change your life. Because you see, labor to get wealthy, don't labor to get weary. All right? Let your labor lead to your freedom. Don't let you lead you to your prison yard. And see, the truth of the matter is, if you don't get this concept, you are going to be limited. I want to beg you today to begin to take all of the things that you have learned, to even join in the Profitable Academy, to begin to take all of these things and literally transform your life. You know, and we have more time to share things with you when I meet you in the Profitable Academy. I promise to be there. I promise to help you. I promise to show you the way. All right? I promise to show you how to do things. And in case you have never read my books before, I will encourage you to pick up my books. The Real Estate Cash Flow, cash flow, what is it called now?
Money code,
The
money code, sir. Money
the
code.
close or lose, shut up and collect the money, follow up or
Stay hungry
fold
or
up,
go
stay
starving.
hungry, go starving. Those are the books that can help you, and it's
Follow up or
going to be
fold up.
life changing for you. And I believe it will transform you guys. I wish you a profitable 2025, and 2025 have started from today, and just use what you have learned and transform your life. So let me open the floor with Joshua today. It's Joshua's birthday. I hope this makes sense.
Awesome. Yes, sir. It has been a fantastic ride. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board. Right, it's been the comment section is going wild. It's going. There's a whole lot of fire. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on board. Okay, so like I've been asking all the speakers, ladies and gentlemen. First off, if you want to be part of the Profitable Academy, this is not a cliche, right? To get Mr. Tade to speak to you for 1 hour, you're going to pay 5 million. So imagine having access to Mr. Tade for just, like he said, 7.5, because Mr. Tade is used to the million. So for 7,500 naira, you get access to Mr. Tade. So please, I'll put how you can come on board once again on the screen. Yeah. So come on board with this, make your payment, send a proof to this account. Then if you go back to the video, I think someone promised to give 10 persons a discount of 2,500 naira. So check the link, just go through the link and pay 5,000 naira. So sir, let me ask you this question I've been asking all the speakers. I know you personally, I followed you over the years for the past 5 years, and I want to also say publicly, I want to say thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity of access, for giving me the opportunity to serve. Thank you so much, sir. So I've seen you create wealth, right? I've seen you create wealth. So I want to ask, sir, what is that your own personal strategy that you're going to use in the year 2025? What is that powerhouse? What is that secret that you're using to create wealth, using system, and that you are still going to use in the year 2025, sir?
Okay, for me, I think that you just have to realize that plan is worthless and planning is priceless. So what you need to do is to continually involve in and also learn to be courageous. You see, because the truth of the matter is audacity enhances prosperity. So you need to be audacious. Many people are not audacious. They are intelligent, but they are not audacious. They have ideas in them, but they don't have the balls to pursue those ideas. And the truth of the matter is life will not give you way if you don't give yourself permission. So you need to give yourself permission and begin to dare things. Let me tell you, along the way, you will make mistakes, and I've made mistakes, a couple of mistakes. Some of them are very tough mistakes, but in the course of this, I have this internal conviction that whenever I get into a corner, I will always find a way. Because why? The way lives in me, and if the way lives in me, I will always find a way out of every situation. So that is my consciousness of my everyday reality. So I want to tell you today that you need to keep planning. Planning ahead make you to get ahead. So don't stop, make a plan, keep planning. That's why I say plan is worthless, planning is priceless. So you need to keep planning, you need to keep getting better, and that's will literally change your life. That's what I believe. Joshua, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. So if you have questions for Mr. Tade Cash, please put it in the comment section, and Mr. Tade Cash is going to be gracious enough to answer your questions. So let's see it come in. Okay, you said when is the Profitable Academy commencing? It's commencing in January, but we are closing payments and onboarding in less than 24 hours. It's ending today. So if you are not paying today, you are not going to have access to it, right? Because these men that are coming on board, they are very busy people, right? So if you have a question, please put it in the comment section. If you have a question for Mr. Tade. So I want to beg you on behalf of everybody. I know you have a book called The Millionaire Fast Lane, right? How to make 1 millionaire consistently every month, sir. Am I correct, sir? I've read that book and I know that it changed my life. So, sir, please, on behalf of the whole participants, right, can we beg that if they're coming on board at the academy, they will have access to that book, sir?
Okay, that's fine. If it's your birthday, so your wish is my command. So if the book is 7,000. The book is 7,000 naira. But however, if you are coming on this program and you are buying into the Profitable Academy, I will let you know that you're going to have that book absolutely for free. If you go on my seller account today, you can go search me out on Tade Cash on seller. you will see that the book is there and it's one of our fastest selling book. But you are going to get that book for free. Now, guess what? You're going to get a book for 7,000 and you're paying 7,500 to attend the class. What a money you are paying. You know what I mean? So that is going to literally be. So it's a yes, Joshua. It's a yes.
Awesome. Thank you so much, sir. I don't think you were granted. One of the questions here from Coach Kemi, she likes to know if Cash is your surname.
Yeah, maybe she want to pay me money. Yeah, so maybe she want to pay me money, but that's fine. Yeah, my name is Tade Cash, and so you can figure out what that means. Coach Kemi, thank you very much for showing up.
Awesome. So please keep the questions coming for Mr. Thadi Cash. Keep it coming. Okay, apparently I've not even so have I asked you the power question that I've been asking all the speakers? I think I was about asking it. I don't think I did.
But you asked me now.
You're awesome. Me. So have I? I'm not sure. I think I just head over to the academy thing. I don't think I've asked like what is that number one thing that you're going to do in the year 2025 as regards to creating more wealth for yourself? So,
you have asked me.
Okay, great. Awesome, great. So let me see more questions in the comment section. This has been a fantastic section. My God, you don't think about God, you think like God.
What do you say?
I'm trying to reminisce some of the things that you have said. Say you don't think about God, you think like God.
Think as God. So
yes,
if you want to produce God kind of result, you have to think as God. Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, more questions. Okay, sir. I remember when we did the video for the conference, you said a whole lot that everybody labels, but the way the rich labels is very different, right? I know you have said a whole lot as regards that, but I would love for someone that is just joining us. So in few minutes or in few seconds, how do you think that someone that has been laboring the wrong way over the years, what strategy can a person use to label differently in the year 2025?
So people label this way. People often sell their muzzle. Okay, they often sell their muzzle. They get paid for their muzzle instead of getting paid for their mind. All right. So so the point is, you need to know that the labor of the wealthy means that you have to get paid using your mind, not using your muzzle. Your muzzle is limited. Your mind is infinite. All right. So you have to understand that. Number two, get paid for system, not just for your strength. All right. So most people get paid for their strength, not their system. Strength is limited, system is infinite. All right. So you need to understand that many people get paid in a linear way, but the wealthy get paid in a multiple ways. How many times will you be paid? So people work 30 days to get paid once. All right. Now look at it. This video tonight is creating wealth like the wealthy. So what that means is that this video tonight can be rewatched again and again. It has a multiple effect. It's not a linear work. But guess what happened? If we use these things today, and you do not record it, we all show up here and they're shouting. They're like, "Ooh, wisdom. And at the end of the day, we can't find this material. You don't have this material. You have labored, right? But you have only labored to get paid. You have not labored to get rich. Because the only way you get wealthy is your work to have a multiplier's effect. You remember, God created the world in 6 days and he rested on the seventh day. Why was God able to rest? Because God's work was a work of leverage and it was a work of system. So if you want to enter, so rest is not a secret. Rest is a system. All right. So it means that God put a rest structure into his labor, and that is system on his own. Excuse me. So
awesome. Sorry, sir.
You need to understand that. So number one, you need to labor. Make sure that your labor, you get paid for your mind, not just your muzzle.
Yes, sir.
Get paid for system, not strength. Make sure that your work has a multiplier's effect, not just a linear work. Most people's work are linear, and that's why they get lean financially. So if you want to have a fat life, you need to have a multiple effect. They are
My
lean.
God.
Their work is linear, so that's why they are lean financially. So if you want to be fat financially, make sure
My
that you have
God.
a multiplier's effect to your work. That's what changes narrative for everybody. And so many people don't think like that. So that's why I say you should start thinking as God. Because if you think as God, you will find your rest ultimately.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Somebody asked a question. He said, how can we practically think as God?
How do you practice thinking as God? Simple.
Practically think as God.
What do you say?
He said, how can we practically think as God?
Yes, so that's what I've been sharing with you. Everything I've told you today, that's how God thinks. Religion will not make you understand what I'm saying, but this is how God thinks. And you see, if you're a student of the Bible, you will understand. Just study Genesis chapter 1 and 2. You will see how God thinks. Everything that God creates something. Do you understand? So everything that God recreates. It means that the work that you see, work is creation. So when you are creating, when you are working today, after you have done the work, is that the end? That's why I said there are two sides to your labor. You must be paid twice. You must be paid for execution. You must also be paid for education. You see, everything that you have executed must also be documented. If you have succeeded, if you are struggling to succeed further, just go back and look at what you have succeeded at previously. Because inherent in what you have succeeded at previously is your next level, because there is education, and there is execution, and there is education. As you began to do and to teach, everything you have done successfully, you can teach others and get paid for it. So in other words, learn to do that. Learn to be a coach to your contemporaries. That means there are things that you have done and your mates want to learn. Joshua knows how to use Canvas. Joshua knows how to use stuff. So many years ago, I taught him, you have to take this thing that you have learned, that you thought is just a joke, teach it to other people that are struggling with it. What are the things that you have succeeded at that other people are struggling with? Go and teach them at a fee, and you will be paid. So many people don't understand that. So God think as God means that you think system, not just strength. You think multipliers effect, not just a linear effort. And that's going to change your life, man. That's how to think as God.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You add multipliers effect to your work. That's one of the ways you think as God. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. This has been a practical section, and like Mr. Tade always says, he said, action sets you free. It's not just about hearing the whole thing, the rhymes, and you are energized. What action are you going to take? So the difference between your financial life in 2024 and that of 2025 is the action that you're going to take from what all the fantastic speakers have said, like Mr. Tadi Cash, Coach Kemi, Mr. Caesar Namani, myself, Mr. Chima Pawakanma, and it has been a fantastic ride. So I'm just leaving Mr. Tadi here for some few seconds. So if you have any question, please drop it now before Mr. Tadi leaves. So, sir, before any question comes, I know you have said a whole lot, and a whole lot has been said, right? And lives has been changed. But is there any last thing you want to say to us as regards using systems to build wealth in the year 2025?
What did you say?
I said, is there any last thing you want to say to us as regards using system to build wealth in the year 2025?
So what you need to do is to realize that your money will follow your mind. So see, most people have more obvious stomach than the mind. They have favorite restaurant than a favorite author. All right. So what you need to do in 2025, make sure that you value your mind. Your mind is more important to you than your father. Your mind is more important to you than your family. Your mind is more important to you than your friends. So what do you need to do? You need to value your mind. Put a premium on your mind, because your money follows your mind, and your money will match your mind. So I want to advise you today that the year 2025, for you to be profitable, you have to develop your mind in the right direction. Don't stock yourself with junks. If you stock yourself with junks, you become a dumping ground for the things that will not ever lead you to where you want to go. So my final word today is develop your mind. Refine it. Have a beautiful mind. Let me tell you, if you want to have a beautiful life, make sure that you have a beautiful mind. That's it.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, sir. We do not take it for granted that you're part of the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. Please, if you know Mr. Thady has been a blessing to you, please go to the comment section and put an hashtag Profitable 2025. Give Mr. Thady fire emoji. Fill the comment section with Mr. Thady Cash. Put it there, put it there, put it in the comment section. Thank you so much, sir, for the opportunity to be here. I know you have a very, very busy schedule, but you still took our time to honor us. God bless you and strengthen you. And in the year 2025, we should all come and share our testimonies, right, of the fantastic teachings and value you have got from this platform. Awesome, awesome. I can see fire emojis. I can see everything. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you, sir. See you in 2025. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, so Mr. Thady has just finished. So ladies and gentlemen, you want to be part of the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. Thank you for being part of it. The last part of this conference, if you want to take a step, like all the speakers have been saying, is to sign up for the academy. Mr. Thady is going to be giving out one of his books called The Millionaire Fast Lane, how you can create millions consistently every month. So ladies and gentlemen, make a payment. That's account number. Send us a message with the proof of payment. Also, we would like your feedback. Please, that's my WhatsApp number. Please send me a message on WhatsApp to say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the most talked about virtual conference in Africa, the Profitable 2025 virtual conference. I want to say thank you to all our speakers. I want to say thank you to the team members. I want to say thank you to the participants. God bless everyone, and let's make 2025 the most profitable year ever. So I'll see you at the academy. God bless you. Let me set the fire in the comment section. God bless you. So together, let's make 2025 the best year ever. See you at Profitable 2026.
Hi, I'm Abu Diri, the founder of Marketplace. Have you ever been in that twist where you order something and then you got something reverse of what you've ordered? If you've ever been there, raise your hands. Like, I should be raising all my feet. Why? Because we've all been there. We've all gotten to order something online and then got the exact opposite of what we ordered. This doesn't always have to be the case. And this is why we are creating Marketplace. Marketplace was vetted in mind to solve the trust issues that has plagued the e-commerce world for years. We hope to build the future of e-commerce with the launch of Africa's first fully integrated social commerce, Marketplace. We believe that changing the narrative about buying things online starts with you and I, and we are playing our part by creating a platform, but you need to play your part by coming on board and testing this with us. See you inside Marketplace.
Hello and welcome to LandPay, where we transform your financial dreams into reality.
At LandPay, we provide tailored assistance to help you make informed choices that align with your goals and ambitions.
LandPay presents a range of options, including co-ownership, collaborative building, saving for rent and property, and flexible savings.
At LandPay, the safety and security of your wealth is important to us.
Invest with confidence when you choose LandPay for a secure and rewarding investment experience.
To begin your financial journey, download the LandPay app today on Google Play Store or Apple Store.
Also visit our website at landpay.ng. We will be waiting to hear from you. Welcome to LandPay, your innovative PropTech brand.
Are you curious about what sets LandPay apart? Here it is.
Through the use of technology, LandPay simplifies the real estate investment process, making it easy and accessible to all with our fractional real estate investment options.
Unlike conventional real estate, LandPay doesn't just sell properties.
LandPay is a game changer in the world of real estate.
Remember, the future is tech-driven, and LandPay is leading the way with our fractional real estate investment options.
These investment options range from the co-own to the co-build.
Visit our website at landpay.ng to find out more about our investment options.
Lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh just you watch. I'm stepping into fate, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made. Up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit, step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle, this is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. Lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh just you watch. I'm stepping into fate, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made. are made. I'm cranking up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit. Step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire.